banana, tasty banana. Put it in your mouth and squeeze, put it in your mouth and squeeze. Fuzzy banana, tasty banana. Put it in your mouth and squeeze, put it in your mouth and squeeze.
Just put it in your mouth. Just put it in your mouth. Just put it in your mouth. Tasty banana.
I want banana, tasty banana. Put it in my mouth and squeeze. Put it in my mouth and squeeze. Put it in my mouth and squeeze.
Tasty banana.
I want banana, tasty banana. Put it in my mouth and squeeze. Fuzzy banana, tasty banana. Put it in your mouth and squeeze. Put it in your mouth and squeeze. Fuzzy banana, tasty banana. Put it in your mouth and squeeze. Put it in your mouth and squeeze.
Just put it in your mouth. Just put it in your mouth. Just put it in your mouth. Tasty banana.
I actually don't know what the song sounds like. I have no idea.
Little boy summer, you gotta go. Little boy summer, you gotta go. Little boy summer, you gotta go. Little boy summer, you gotta go.
Hey there, Chico, won't you come follow me? I'll be seeing another movie in the AMC. Later that night, we can Star Wars and chill. And I can show you my lightsaber skills. If you show me your toys, I'll show you mine. We can finish last up the summer wine. I can't afford you an engagement ring. Instead, I got a replica from the Lord of the Rings.
Little boy summer, you gotta go. Little boy summer, you gotta go. Little boy summer, you gotta go. Little boy summer, you gotta go.
Even though I try, at least I can dress myself and I'm pretty fly. I'm not the baller that you want me to be. We can still play the PS5 and Final Fantasy. My life as a gamer and journalist can be hectic. I still want our relationship to be top tier and epic. If you saw my Instagram and you like what you see, then come and take a trip to Puerto Rico with me. Together we can share a Kingdom Hearts destiny. I can be your Luca boy if you want me to be, because it's
Little boy summer, you gotta go. Little boy summer, you gotta go. Little boy summer, you gotta go. Little boy summer, you gotta go.
said.
That being said.
That being said.
Hello. This is Phil Burnell. All right. And just wanted to tell you that I love the podcast. That being said, big ups. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, relaxing, chill, interactive, fun. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, relaxing, chill, interactive, fun. ALT Insider, the legend, fantastic Mr. Sam, the dentist, Steve to the dead, psychological style host. Get well soon, man. Meerkat, artistic style host. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, which vest is podcast best?
If there was ever meaningful content, it's being produced right here on That Being Said.
Hilarious. We're all here. It is time. Welcome, everybody. It is time for the Sunday show where we will be eating. Meerkat will be eating. Possibly drinking. I don't even know. Maybe. We're doing a lot of fun stuff, but I promise we will not quit early because we get too much money. I promise that. I can make that promise for you. You know what I'm saying? How you feeling, everybody? What's up? How you feeling? First to the one, the only Steve of the Dead. Come on, brother. How you feeling?
Well, I'll be drinking.
Yes. Meerkat, how you feeling?
But still, I'll be drinking.
Okay. Meerkat, did your DoorDash get there in time?
Yes, it literally, I sat down as we were beginning to laugh. I wanted to have like a gimmick where I just sit here in silence and eat the whole episode without saying anything, but that,
okay.
You know.
That'd be good for April Fool's joke. Remember those great April Fool's jokes? What was your order, please? We got to know. A lot of people are asking.
Okay, yeah, actually, I got Indian, so we got chicken tikka masala and kati roll.
Oh.
Whatever the fuck that is. It looked good in the app, I guess. And it smells good. And I got some green sauce.
Oh. Green style.
Shout out green sauce.
I love green sauce. Okay, so we got a lot to cover today. Insane amounts to cover. So much to get to. So much fun to be had. But of course, I got to delay that by sharing something I found from the past. Okay, so before we get to the fun stuff of the current, I want to show you from the past. So this was something that I found on in my archaeology digging. I found something from the forums. DSP's old forums. I know it's small. I was going to read the important parts. This is about the Blip TV era. And Philip says, second, enough of the bullshit that I violated Blip TV's terms of service. That did not happen. There was no racist content. Okay, well, that's the first thing to think about in your head. There was no racist content. I remind you, the comments included, that's what happens when the Jews have all the money. That's what happens when you hoard the money for far too long, Jews. That kind of stuff. Anyways, no racist content. Totally cool. I was not on camera using racial slurs, insulting groups of people, and being serious. It was a joke. It was a joke. Okay. You can read the rest on your own time. Not going to do that. Less than 12 months later, Philip made an interesting tweet that I wanted to share. Go, Steve, please.
Sorry, there was a bit in there that said which like approved by the FCC, and it's like, isn't that just for TV and cable? Like that's not like that doesn't apply to the internet. The FCC doesn't have control over the internet, do they?
No, they don't. There's a lot of things they could be breaking down in this statement. You're right about that.
Thank God you noticed it, because I saw it as it was fading away, and I was so confused.
I got to shut down for a minute. I was like, I'm sure that's to do with telly.
Yeah, so that's the FCC was someone that was on Howard Stern's ass a lot because he would say stuff like that, and the FCC would be the one that could decide what he could do because he's actually under the umbrella of control by the FCC. But okay, anyway, so remember the key line here is it was a joke. Mm-hmm. And that says you can't make racial related jokes. The problem was that people, anyways, it was a joke, guys. So less than 12 months later, an interesting tweet I found that Philip said, oh, please go ahead.
The last line. there was nothing in Blip TV's terms of service that says you can't make racial related jokes.
That wasn't written out. That wasn't written out, guys. So it's fine. Okay. So the key point again is it was a joke. Okay. It was a joke. It's not serious. There's nothing to TOS, guys. On Twitter, 12 months later, Philip says, the immature are always so quick to claim it's just a joke when there's consequences for the awful things they do. Welcome to reality, kids. Someone said a beautiful thing. I know we already have Occam's razor, but there has to be another, I don't know, force or universal law that says if Philip has said one thing, then therefore he has also said the opposite at some other point in his career. And I think that there's something to that. Because yes, it's a joke. It was just a joke, but then also the immature are also quick to claim it's just a joke. But there we go. All right, enough of the past. Let's get to the present, and so much to get to. First, Meerkat, I know you missed the promo contest, and you're very upset about that. Hopefully, you saw the amazing stuff. The appearances by Father Time. Hello, Father Time was in there. We got that other. What was the guy that did the impression of the other wrestler? Steve, what was the name?
Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah, Dusty Rhodes one. Yeah, by Jericho. That was awesome. And
the chess one.
Yeah, the chess one. It was some good stuff. It was a lot of fun. So if you haven't checked that out, go check it out, my friends. It was great. Meerkat, what would your vote have been for the winner, though? We needed to know. A lot of people were asking. I put you on the spot.
I didn't get around to watching it, actually.
At least you're honest.
Yeah, I just read the comments, and according to the comments, they're great. But I was busy as hell this whole week, and yesterday included, like, big time. And the last thing I needed after a stressful day at work is some dude crying about playing video games being too hard. I was just going to A-log out of existence. I was going to get legitimately mad at the internet. So I just decided not to do that.
Fair enough. All right, we're going to start today. We're going to go chronologically here. So we already went back to 2015 time. Now we're going to fast forward to 2024 time. But Wednesday in 2024... which was just around the time that Sir Biden decided to not run for the presidency. And Sir Joe, yes. Sir Joe decided to not run for the presidency, and now we have Philip has to give his, his take was, as it was. But let's get into
this week. That feels like
it feels like a long time ago, doesn't it? But it was this week, and we're not going to play it here. But this is also the pre-stream where he said, "I solved some difficult puzzles in Riven, so therefore praise me. My brain is doing great." I don't know if he was feeling like comparable to Joe Biden, who was, on cognitive decline. Philip saying, I still could do Riven puzzles, guys. Praise me. Like, all right.
Yeah, before we get into this, I want to have a massive shout out to all the gaslighters. As you guys know, I am the biggest proponent of gaslighting DSP, mainly because it doesn't take him much for him to believe like he's the king of the world and the greatest of all time. And people have been working extra hard recently, gaslighting him into believing all that shit. And this pre-stream, this clip we're about to watch, is a prime example of that, and it's incredible.
So here we go. Sir Burnell here is going to tell us about some serious stuff.
Fact, okay? And so I feel like right now, in 42 years old, my brain is kind of at the best it's ever been. I'm solving complex codex puzzles live on a stream for the finale of a game. I'm playing Street Fighter at a high competitive level. I'm beating the toughest boss in FromSoft history legit without summoning. It's pretty nuts what I'm pulling off here in the modern day.
In the modern day, yeah. In the modern day.
Of course, now nobody cares.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, that's a gross over-exaggeration. And I don't want to downplay those of you who like me and watch my content and support it. Okay? I appreciate
thank you.
that. When I say nobody cares, sadly, it's just a feeling that I have. It's not resentment. It's more like sadness.
Let's keep going this way.
Yeah. Keep going. Right? I wasn't good at games. I was just sitting there ranting, raving, swearing, saying controversial, dumb shit constantly.
How about the Jewish stuff?
All that stuff. That's when I was at the height of my popularity. If only what I was doing today is what I was doing 12 years ago. 2011, 2012, when I was getting insane views on YouTube, I think things could have been a lot different. What ended up happening was I got known as that clown who sucked at games, who didn't appreciate his audience, who
Evil AJ, you're at it again.
do the right stuff, and squandered all of that. Right?
But hold on, he's still that guy. He still sucks at games because he gotta have people in his chat telling him how to play Stardew Valley. He's still that clown that says a bunch of ridiculous shit. He said it in the beginning of the stream with the whole Joe Biden segment when he gave us like the most pedestrian kindergarten opinion of politics as a whole and in general, and it was insanely dumb. Because I watched this in real time as it was happening. As with every good catastrophe, it's great to experience it live.
It's really amazing to say I beat a complex codex puzzle. Like, sir, there's puzzles are made to be solved, you know? They kind of make it so you can actually solve it. It's part of the game, you know? It's actually a video game, sir. But yes, please tell us how awesome you are now and how no one recognizes your awesomeness. Very something cool that normal people do all the time.
Bro, that's like the whole point. Like, he goes back to when I was being an asshole, when I was being a prick, when I was, you know, doing all this bad stuff. The issue there was that I wasn't that good at games. That's the issue for Phil when he looks at like how things are now compared to how things were then and thinks things aren't great now. It must be because I was bad at games then.
Like
that's why no one respects me now.
Well, he gave us the 3. I don't think he's gonna do it in this pre-stream, but he gave us. Oh, maybe he is though. I don't want to ruin it. All right, I'll save off on that.
The thing is, if he actually was as good as he claims he would be remembered as that guy who used to be a lolcow, but then redeemed himself. He like outlived his lolcow status, and he had a comeback. And the reality is actually the opposite, where he's becoming more of a lolcow, and more people are looking towards him to clown on him, as we're gonna find out later in this episode.
Yes.
And he doesn't even see that. He doesn't even have the self-awareness to recognize that. And this is so great about the whole gaslighting that it takes him so little. It takes him just a couple of compliments for him to give us a segment like this, where he's just showering himself in praise and he's reminiscing on the times that he lost being a piece of shit while he's still a piece of shit.
And this happened I think, the day or two after Mansoor's stuff, which we talked about on the last episode. But I mean, Mansoor's positive comment was, "Thanks for introducing me to Ra, King." That was all the positivity Philip needed to say he's a long-term fan of mine. After, once again, like we said last week, the whole reason he was brought up is losers that spend their mommy's credit card money to buy packs of wrestlers. But yes, please tell us how big of a fan Mansoor is of you again.
And if it wasn't clear enough, his buddy Mace made sure to say, "Shout out Darkside Phil," so we know exactly which loser we're talking about.
He is the poster child of it. Like, you can't do anything on any avenue to write media on the internet about Supercard or W Champions. The first comments you see are about Darkside Phil now. Like, you can't escape it anymore. But please tell us. Let's hear about all the people who love you, Phil.
Do they have like a YouTube channel? Like where they put up like all their ads and things.
Oh yeah, they do.
So the comments under there.
Yeah. Oh God, check it out. It's incredible. Every single forum you could find about people talking about. Well, the Reddit had to put a stop to it. The Reddit.
Oh yeah.
Said this is not about Darkside Phil. Don't talk about Darkside Phil here. And people still sneak it in, but they do it in a very chill way that like you have to know what they're talking about. Like, my daughter was thinking about doing this, but you know, it's very funny. I'm going on a staycation with her later this week, and I want to know, you know, they're very chill and positive in there.
To an extent, I do look back and I have to agree with that. Now the thing is, I have no aspirations to be some giant celebrity or to be rich or anything like
good
that.
thing.
I'm very happy with where I am. But I mean, it stands to reason. Let's be honest. Take a look at where I am in Street Fighter. Take a look at where I am in Elden Ring. Take a look at what I just did in Riven last night. Can you name one other content creator who just did that in 2 days? Did all that shit?
What a hero! What a hero! What a hero! You are coping, chat. You didn't do that, chat. Stop coping. Riven, look where I'm at in Elden Ring. Look where I'm at in Street Fighter Master.
By the way, the Street Fighter cope is very underrated because the only thing he did is got to 1600 with Bison and then stopped playing him. So he doesn't fall under that and people are going to make fun of him.
Yep, and since that date, he has not done it. Yep. Since that date, he refuses to do ranked with him anymore because he does not want to fall into that number. He just wants to have that shiny 1600 number next to his name. We're just gonna do a casualized gameplay, guys.
Like when you look at like Max or Justin, and it's like they've done the whole roster, everyone in that game at least master rank,
Yeah.
And feels like got 5 people, maybe 6, and then Elden Ring, it's like, hey, I beat this boss. Yeah, it took you 179 times though. You died nearly 200 times doing it. So, congratulations, you managed to headbutt the wall enough that it fell over.
Please tell us how cool you are.
Content in 2 fucking days back to back.
Whoa.
If someone else who was notable did it, it would be like the talk of the
Sir, this is a Rainforest Cafe. I just want my diet soda, please.
town. Oh my god, this guy's like one of the best gamers. You believe that he fucking got, this crazy streak of high-end gameplay in Street Fighter 6?
Hold on. He literally calls himself one of the best gamers here. Because he said if someone else did this thing that he did, they would call him one of the best gamers. So by extension, he calling himself one of the best fucking gamers.
Yes.
And also, let's talk about this in a different perspective. If one of the big streamers did that, nobody would fucking care because it's not an achievement at all to beat a boss in a video game and play a different video game and then play a different video game.
That is so level 1 accomplishment now. People are beating fucking Elden Ring with their dance step pad or whatever. That's where you get to people looking at you. Yeah, Guitar Hero controller, using their fucking mind or whatever,
All of them without dying.
That's when we start getting into, wow, that's a cool achievement, sir. Not beating the game as it's meant to be beaten. Very cool, dude. Very cool.
Talk of the town. Oh my god, this guy's like one of the best gamers. You believe that he fucking got, this crazy streak of high-end gameplay in Street Fighter 6? Then he beat Radon. Legit.
Wait, no. How is it high-end gameplay? Playing at 1600 MR. How was this high-end gameplay? It took him weeks to get there. He was playing Bison for weeks to get there. And the moment he got there, he dropped them because he was too scared.
While the real Evo was going on last week, by the way, as well, where the real players were. That's where the high-end Street Fighter was happening, sir.
This is, so if I was using the DSP logic to discredit everybody's achievements, that's what I would have said, is that he only made it to 1600 because everybody who actually genuinely cares about the game was watching Evo or participating in Evo, and he played against a bunch of kids. But I'm not going to say that.
Yeah,
and
you
instead,
could say it,
I will recognize his achievement.
Yes, please.
But we're all thinking it. Let's be honest.
He could have won Eva if it wasn't for his damn back.
Elden Ring. Then he fucking did this crazy codex thing.
Codex thing.
All on stream live. So
it's funny he's adding Riven to this. Like, Riven is added into the cool gaming achievements. Beating a point-and-click game in slower than most people takes to beat that game. Very cool.
He faked it. That's the kind of shit you hear someone faked it, right?
Did he have a complete portal?
I think he did in the end eventually.
But because it's Dark Side Phil.
So yeah, you hear that? If you heard somebody else do it, you would say it's fake. Because you can't possibly be that good at video games. Well, you can sit on stream and look at chat and they tell you what to do and you do it and then you're successful.
Hang on a second. You beat Riven? Holy shit, this guy's a high-level gamer.
Nobody
cares. You need to be told how to build a chicken coop in Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
Year 2, Stardew gets a little complicated, guys.
Is he even at year 2 yet? He's been playing it for like 40 odd hours. How is he not? Like, oh god.
And again, it's not that nobody cares. That's a gross over-exaggeration.
Okay. Well, it is gross.
It doesn't mean anything, right? It's a throwaway. It's throwaway. It's disposable.
It is.
It's disposable. Nothing at all, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's sad because again, 12 years ago, everyone would have been talking about it on YouTube.
And you know what's really sad? The saddest part of this whole thing is that it means more to him than it does to his audience. Because his audience didn't give a shit about any of those achievements.
No.
They might have given him a pat on the back when he made 1600 because he was crying about that shit for weeks.
Yep.
But outside of that, he's the only guy giving himself compliments. And maybe some of the LARPers too.
The LARPers do too. They do their job effectively sometimes, but they do it in a snarky way. Like, that's awesome, Phil. It only took Justin Wong 1 day to do that. That kind of stuff. It took Justin Wong 4 hours to do that. Awesome.
Wow. This guy is crazy. Look at all this crazy stuff he's doing, right?
No, it's because no one
Yes, hundreds of
cares.
streamers are beating Radon Krimitakoko. and how
Sorry,
many
but
of
it's
them-
like other people have enough in their lives going on that this doesn't mean anything to them. Nobody cares because like more important things matter more.
Yeah,
you know?
but what else is there? I mean, you know,
exactly. It's
what
got
else?
nothing.
I went downstairs effectively. He did give us some other episodes. He stood up. Remember, he stood up and he wasn't out of breath. He wasn't winded. I still have my wind. Notice that,
I went and got
guys?
that little table from downstairs so that I could eat on camera.
Yes, hundreds of streamers have beaten Radon Krimitakoko, and how many of them did it legit?
Thousands, I'm guessing. I don't know, but how many of these? Oh, is this cheating against Radon?
Who cares?
Playing against
You're allowed
gamers?
to summon.
How many
You're allowed to
of them
summon
did it
in the
legit
fight,
without
aren't you?
summoning or broken build stuff?
Oh
right?
yeah,
I mean,
broken
He used a
build
fucking
stuff.
broken build.
Broken build
He literally
stuff.
did.
Broken build
tried several.
stuff. He jumped
did he
from
go for, like,
broken
3
build
respecs?
to broken build to try to find out the easiest way to do it. But yes.
Probably still hundreds, but I'm one of them.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
I'm
Okay,
literally
congrats.
one of them that did it.
Let's get him on the
legit.
front page. Twitch
That's
on the
an
front
accomplishment
page.
in itself.
Somebody, please.
And then how
Somebody
many
give
of
this
them
man
were
a
playing at
chocolate
master
medal,
level and
please.
doing well in Street Fighter 6, and how many of them did a crazy? That's what I'm saying. Like, it's
Okay,
like
yeah.
back to back to back.
Uh-huh.
Cool high level stuff I've been doing in games recently,
Oh, awesome.
but no one will ever talk about it. Oh, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, Kotaku's all over
not.
this.
Right? Fair enough.
Kotaku's going to be all over this. You'll never believe what happened yesterday. One man took down the most epic challenge of all time, getting to 1600 in a broken character in Street Fighter, also beating a remake of a 15-year-old game that many soccer moms played in their downtime. And then he beat down Radon after 100,000 deaths. Please praise this gentleman.
We had 24-hour coverage over it. BBC, Sky, it was on all the news channels, front pages of the newspapers, days afterwards. It's like experts coming on to break down the mechanics and like MI6 code breakers to talk about the rhythm puzzle.
Yeah, the code breakers. We brought in some famous code breakers from World War II to break down this
Bletchley
puzzle.
Park,
Yeah.
Yes, you're saying Kai Cenat did it. That's right. Yeah, Kai Cenat. People said he did it in 99 hours. I did it in 5.5.
No. He's talking about Kai Cenat finishing Elden Ring, not beating Radon with fucking mouth filler.
But okay, please tell us how much better you are than him. There's definitely no cope in here.
And by the way, I had like 400 people on stream.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite part. Kai Cenat, and then he says, "Yeah, by the way, I had like 400 people." Kai Cenat had like 400,000 or whatever, you know. Very good
he
to
got
fill
like
up.
20K or something.
20,000, yeah. Very cool, dude.
And by the way, I had like 400 people on stream,
Whoa!
of which were all talking shit constantly. People screaming, "Just change your build, change your build, change your build." What the
People
fuck? Shut up.
screaming.
No, I'm gonna beat him like this.
Whoa!
I'm learning. I'm getting better. Why are you screaming at me to change my build? It's not like
Screaming!
You know, Kai's on a stream. He
People in
probably
chat.
has 40,000 people all cheering for him, right?
Yeah, 'cause they actually like him.
He's actually funny, pretty funny. They like him.
Yeah, they like him and they're engaged and invested. Like they're
actually
all excited for it.
And he actually cares about them too. He actually like tries to play it up a little bit, you know. But
And for me, it's kind of like I always feel like I'm fighting a battle, but it's just for myself. Because let's be honest, if I didn't beat Radon, who would have cared? No one. You know? But it's fine.
I would have cared. I would have clowned
understand.
him all day.
I'm not who I used to be, that's for sure. It's just kind of like, you got to accept it. It's resignation. It's like, yeah, it is what it is. If this happened 12 years ago, things would have been very different. But it's just, 12 years ago, I was an idiot. Right? I was a complete moron. And I acted like a fool. I didn't take a look at industry changes coming. And I didn't want to listen to feedback to improve. And I didn't want to listen to what my fans were telling me. I did a bunch of stuff that
What
was
you're doing
wrong
now?
if I wanted to grow or at least stay where I was, right? And then I just had a big string of bad luck when it came to becoming kind of a negative meme on the
okay, keep going.
And it's all history now. You know what I mean? It's all history. So I'm kind of like, I've accepted all of it. You know, at 42, I'm happy.
Oh, we're happy. We're hearing it right now.
We have a good time together no matter what I play. But it does, I mean, like to give you some perspective here.
Oh, please.
Let me, you know what? Let me give you some fucking perspective. Let me give you some fucking perspective about what people that are 42 years old usually are happy about and looking forward to and proud of. People being happy about being able to buy houses, being able to buy cars, having kids, having grandkids. And this motherfucker is sitting here and giving himself compliments because he played video games well. That's some fucking perspective.
And you could even take it farther down than that. Having friends. I'll stop right there. I'll stop right there. Having friends. That's the level we're at here. But please tell us how important it is that you beat those 3 epic accomplishments back to back to back.
Years. You know, when I was playing Bloodborne.
Wait.
When I was
1 minute left. I got to hear
Dark
this.
Souls 2 and 3.
Uh-huh.
When I was playing those games, it had a big fight feel. I guess that's the best way to describe it. Those events had a big fight feel.
Big fight feel.
Now I don't really get that anymore. You know what I mean? Like it's like nah. Like when I was fighting the epic bosses in those games, it was like, oh, everyone's gonna be on stream. Everyone wants to see it. It's like,
yeah, you Bandor told them to fuck off.
And yeah, even back then. Yeah, back then, even more, it was just people going back there want to see him fail. I mean, that's why those streams got so many viewers, too, is people wanted to watch him fail. So it was even back then. I don't know why he's kidding himself here. He had more legitimate fans as well, but, you know.
Yeah, he ended up being prodded into having like a death counter for a reason because people did want him to fail. But he had more fans. That's the point. And like over the years, he's told them to fuck off or he's banned them, and that's why he doesn't feel like a big fight feel anymore. Phil
didn't have the big fight feel.
He's been so fucking inconsistent with his own rules and logic as well. Just like you reminded me for the death counter. In the beginning, it was like, no, I'm not going to put it because you show up to watch me succeed and thrive and all that shit. And then it became, you guys love to see me struggle and fail. I'm going to put up the death counter. And then again, it became, I'm not going to put up the death counter because everybody else is doing it. And that's just going to make people laugh at me for losing too much.
Mm-hmm. That's why he turned it off. By the way, he turned on his face cam because of, again, he got bullied into doing it because everyone else was doing it. Then he turned it off, though. I was like, I'm not going to be like every other streamer. I don't want to do that because people just want to see my rage and stuff. But now, notice he will love to play up that rage. That rage is, he loves to play it up. Puts it in the fucking titles. I'm raging. Get ready for the rage. Just hoping for a few extra viewers. Just hoping for a few extra dozen viewers.
And that kind of sucks. I wish that there was a better feeling of height and a better feeling of excitement behind this
Wonder
stuff.
where it went,
I don't really get it anymore.
Yeah, I wonder why.
It's because number one, I've been doing this for 16 years.
Oh, yeah.
And number two, because let's be honest, I just don't get that level of positive.
Maximilian Dude's been doing it a long fucking time as well, and I think he does get that big fight feel. Well, actually, he's at the big fight because he's hosting for Evo. My apologies for that, Philip. Sorry about that.
Behind me anymore. I don't. Yes, there are people rooting for me, and I'm happy that I have the small positive fan base that I have. But it does kind of suck. If I had quit on Radon and said I'm not doing it, that would have been news. But because I beat him legit in 5.5 hours,
that wouldn't have been news. Literally, it wouldn't have been news. It would have been, oh, DSP quit. Well, that's kind of funny, and the trolls would talk about it, and nobody else would hear about it or care that Dark Side Phil rage quit a game. Because guess what? It has happened plenty of times before.
That wouldn't have made any documentary, brother. Either way.
Yeah.
Be news. Right? So I think you understand where I'm coming from now. Right?
Definitely.
If I rage quit Street Fighter 6 and have a bad day, that's news. If I play the best stream I've ever done in Street Fighter 6, getting crazy wins, getting to over 1,600 ranking points, that's not news. Nobody cares. You see? Everyone just wants the toxic and the negative. No one cares about the positive.
Definitely.
That is disheartening. I wish there were more people who cared about the positive.
Go ahead.
Here's why. Because his highs are everybody else's level 1, and his lows are excruciatingly low to the point where they're comedic, and that's why people gather around to laugh at them. And that's why.
I don't know what he's hoping for here. What does he? It's just, I wonder if it's like, because now we're totally midlife crisis. I know he says he's not, and we're gonna hear him say midlife crisis again later. We are just so protective of our image right now, but it's like, internally only, kind of, right? Like he knows it's not the outward, what the outward people see, he knows it. But like he's just talking right back to himself, you know, like, I was cool back in the day. I was something. I was a contender. Yeah. And now it's like, but he also says how it's not like that anymore, you know? It's weird.
He's come to terms with the fact that there's so many people that just talk about him endlessly and they determine his public image, and there's absolutely nothing he can do about it. And he has no fan base that is capable of actually making his image more positive by like talking about him in a positive light or posting on fucking Reddit something positive about him, because nobody gonna give a fuck about something positive that happened to this dude. What's a positive thing that happens to him? He wears a new shirt. He puts up a new artwork behind him. He buys himself a new camera and pretends that somebody else bought it for him. Is that positive? That's everybody else's level 1.
Yep. All right, let's move on a little bit. Oh, let's wait till we finish. 30 seconds left. Yep.
I like that crowd. I want more of that crowd.
All right, definitely.
And sadly,
that's why you do that all the time when you're talking about it.
Root against me rather than for me, and that's frustrating.
You know?
That's like what Meerkat just said. That's more people rooting against you because your behavior and the way you've been has turned them against you, and the people that you have left aren't like going to be able to counter that. There's just too much information to the contrary. But that's all fed by you. You know, your public image is an extension of your behavior and the things you say, and that's what we clip. That's what we sort of like highlight. And nobody out there is doing like a DSP positive channel, DSP highlights. You know, nobody's doing that. They're probably not going to get paid for it. So.
I would give you a good example. A month ago or so, there was you guys know Wendigoon. He's a pretty big YouTuber, and there's a guy who tried to make a slander campaign, a slander hit piece against them, and everybody watched it and they were like, "Wait, this guy is just full of shit, man. He's fucking lying." And then they just spoke out defending Wendigoon because he's just simply genuinely a nice guy, and that's what happens in a situation like this. And seeing how nobody is doing that for Phil, it makes you think that what the people, quote unquote, slandering him say is probably correct.
Yeah. And let's not forget the interview with the side scrollers, how he said, Craig talked to all my haters. Well, I hope a lot of people slid into Craig's DMs from the other side, right? All his DSP's fans, where were they? There's so many, if they exist. Wait, Craig, remember when DSP did this cool thing?
He asked.
What are they going to show him? He did a double vest goal one time. That was pretty cool, Craig. Check this out. And Craig's like, you know. 2 vests. One time he ate zombie Skittles for us, and he ate 3 of them, but then he had a little stomach ache, so he stopped. But it was still cool to us. He does owe us 2 more, though. You know, what is he going to share? But anyways, let's finish this segment
here. When he busted out the box of Captain Crunch, that was the hypest moment in years.
Listen to this. He one time he got a buttery Jack burger, and it was so buttery. Like the box was like see-through. It was hilarious. Check it out, Craig.
Man, I really want to try Cat's peanut butter cake. Just looks amazing.
What's the saying?
Yeah, what's the saying? This will be good.
Hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become a villain. So I used to be the hero everyone rooted for.
Except when that's not true.
I'm still resilient. I'm still making content. I'm literally doing more difficult accomplishments than I've ever done before. But now everyone just sees me as the guy to root against, right? So it's
now you're the villain.
I want to have this question. Please, you guys, and also people in chat, I'm curious about what they're thinking.
Yes.
What is resilience when we talk about Dark Side Phil? What is resilience? How is he resilient?
Okay. Well, resilience has a positive spin, which I wouldn't use, but I say instead of resilience, he is active, right? So active doesn't have a positive connotation that resilient does, but it does mean kind of a similar thing in my mind. He is active in which he never stops uploading and will never quit uploading. But it's not even because of his own, like, I'm a hard worker. It's like he has no other choice or he doesn't make enough money to live, you know? So I think it's active. And like I said, I forget who said it. Some basketball coach said, never forget activity. Never mistake activity for achievement. And that is what Philip does every time he talks about his career, is that I was here for 15 years. And I'm cool because of that. And you should please praise me because I am very active. But Steve, what's your take on that?
like you, resilient sort of strikes me with like a positive impression, and I don't feel that applies. So I tend to prefer thinking of him more like obstinate, in that he will resist all sort of input and all sort of like options to expend effort for greater reward, in favor of just carrying on as he feels most comfortable. So, you know, anytime you suggest anything to him, if you do end up doing it, it's probably going to take you several years of like nagging him for it and prodding him and poking him and saying, hey, Phil, direct capture would really improve your setup. Hey, Phil, you know, you should really try this Minecraft game. It's quite popular. Things like that, just like the big ones, but even down to the little stuff. Like, hey, Phil, how about, you know, just like not being a prick to your audience, or removing the sub mode, or, you know, just have anything from the suggestion box, basically. And he will refuse it. So that's what I think of. Not necessarily resilient, but obstinate. Because he will just keep going his own path.
No matter what you're suggested first, you're called an asshole for years. You're an idiot, asshole, mouth drooler.
Yeah.
Then he'll decide to do your suggestion, but say he did it for some crazy reason that was his own. I came up with this idea to play Minecraft because, you know, it's about time. And then he'll make money off that and then say it was his brilliant idea after that.
If it's a success, if it's a failure, it's your fault. You guys told me, you know, I was tricked, I was lied to, whatever.
I would say simply his resilience is basically helplessness. Hey guys, I got departnered. Please help me. Guys, I got demonetized. Please help me. Guys, my videos got copyright claim. Please help me. Guys, I can't pay my bills. Please help me. Infinitely. This is what he sees as resilience. Just always being dependent on somebody else, and you nag them until they fold and they help you out so you can keep surviving. That's an awesome way to be resilient. The best one.
Guys, you wanted this React channel. Now please help me.
You guys, you asked for this for years, okay? You guys have been begging for this. Now, where are you? Why didn't you show up?
Yeah, where is everyone?
Also, guys, all these videos on DSP Throwback get claimed, so if you want to support the stream today, please. I know they get 80 views, but still, please support the stream. That's the only way I make money on this channel. Oh, I don't know if it's on the docket today, but did you hear the new brilliant plan for DSP Throwback, guys? Cat, did you hear about the new how things are changing over there? The brilliant plan's going to save the business.
I try to ignore everything that pertains to that channel because it's absolutely worthless. That channel solely exists for him to reminisce on the days where people actually gave a fuck about him, and to try and force that old content that he thinks is good back into the rotation, and also as a way to make like $3 extra.
So we got a little talk of how what the it's a lot of work. The unpaid, unrecognized editors do a lot of work, he says, and it's not really showing off. So what he's going to do is, though, he's going to play GTA 5, but instead of playing the music so we all can enjoy the music, he's going to do this automated system that YouTube has, which will use AI to cut out the songs you enjoy, and you can still enjoy the playthrough. It's going to be great for you. It's going to be great for me. It's going to be really hype, dude. He acted like this was a big announcement. And I don't know if you ever used that system. It does not work good.
Shit,
It does not work good. It cuts out every other word. You know, it can't do it. It's not perfect yet. It's very bad. But he was so proud of this. Like, he developed it himself. It was very funny. But anyways, let's move past DSP Throwback. That's enough DSP Throwback coverage. He gave it as much coverage as his own fans do. Yeah, his editors did it anyway.
Working hard. Team of them.
The team. I love the idea of the team. He's like, of course they don't want to know about it. Of course they don't want any recognition, okay? They know what will happen. You crazy? They don't want recognition. You know what happened to them? Anyways, big up Zitro for says, I've literally never seen anyone eat corn like DSP. Okay. Well, I do have that clip. So why don't I show you the DSP eating corn? You guys can see it and see what you think of the corn. Shout outs to Super Scuffer for this. The system. All right, so we're going around. Everyone has a corn system, but Phil's system is like rotated all the way. He goes a straight line like a farming tool.
Is he doing?
I think he does 360.
He did the whole thing.
Yeah, he did a non-stop rotation on that glizzy. Hell yeah.
Bro, this literally just a pig with hands. I've never seen this before.
He went the whole way. I personally am more horizontal eater. I thought that was normal. The horizontal shimmy. Yeah, that way.
I usually just eat it the long way because it's more fun.
I'm more of a horizontal. But he's holding it with a weird hole. His holding is weird as well. And now we're going through.
Yeah, you get like them things that you stick in either end.
Yeah, the holders, the holders shaped like corn.
You know, when you watch like them documentaries about like how things are made, and they show you like how like wooden chairs and tables and things are made, and they're showing you like the wood being like carved on the length when it's spinning around, and then it's like shaved down slightly. It's reminding me of that, like as it rotates and he takes a layer off.
It's one of Cobra's wands. Here, this is how it's made. Philip, they should do team up. Philip will chew your wand. Made fry Cobra. That'd be pretty hype, dude.
That'd probably be quite dry, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Cobra is probably the only guy to have worse teeth than DSP.
I know.
Can we show that? Can we just get that over with? Because people want to see that.
All right, a lot of people are asking in the emails to show
Sam's
us.
not here. Like,
yeah, we really need him here,
in
though.
therapy because of this, Sam. You couldn't do it.
All right, let's see. This is,
nope.
Not safe for work warning. If you're at work, just be careful. Turn your monitor or something. So here's the situation we're working with here. Let me get a bigger one here. Yeah, so that's the situation at hand. If you look past the color, the alignment here appears to be very, let's say, off.
Brush mine now.
Yeah, this is use this as a warning. This is why Sam took off this week, by the way, just letting you know. He had to
compassionate leave.
Well, that's what happens if you don't go to the dentist, my friends. If you don't go to the dentist ever, this is what happens. So
you really hammer the gin and tonics at night.
Yeah, they should put this photo on a cigarette box as a warning.
Yeah, the UK, you have to have like warnings, don't you?
Yeah,
like,
we do, yeah.
Put that on there. Put a picture of that on there. You can collect cards.
Oh, but he doesn't smoke though. His mum gave him weak lungs. Remember?
Definitely. All right. Big ups to the pasta maker who says it's not a codex puzzle. What? What are you laughing at?
The one that just came in. Then
his teeth look like when an AI messes up teeth. Nice. His teeth look like when AI messes up.
Come enjoy a culinary adventure with Darkside Phil.
Shout out, Short's fault. All right, the pasta maker says it's not a codex puzzle. In Riven, you just have to translate numbers 1 through 10 into 2 different made-up languages. So hard. How do toddlers do it? The pasta maker, you're lessening his other achievements, like waking up in the morning and getting breakfast and feeding woodland critters. You upper household? AVAC says, the day you defeat Radon, beat Riven, and reach 1600 MR is the happiest day of your life. But for other players, it's Tuesday. Yeah. Perfect. It was a Tuesday. Blab's face. Oh. Shortsfall again says, investing wisely and being able to retire. Again, more things that people of middle age should be excited about, correct? Aid Robertson says, big ups TBS. Great to see Steve of the Dead back. Big ups Aid and Becca. Nice to see it. Jay Wusso says, ALT, you see those legs? He isn't active. Oh, yeah, Philip is not really active. we'll see the legs in a second. Hold on. We'll get the legs going in a second. Big up Super Scuffer for the bomb. Mr. Gorehouse says, I would have thought he eats corn the long way. I think that's what most people do, right? I mean, I thought that was normal practice, but apparently not.
It's a wrestling meme, mate.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's a different thing.
Okay, my bad. Andrew R says,
Roman Reigns. I can't remember who it was. I think it was either Roman Reigns or Ryback, but yeah, there's a sign.
Philip's angry at me now for missing it. Andrew R says, thoughts on DSP's collab with Kino Casino? We'll get to that, my friend. Hey, hold your horses just a bit. We're working our way through the week, and we'll definitely get to that in detail. Next up on the docket is, someone got sick this week, and we know that Philip got sick afterwards, but someone was sick first. He doesn't get sick by himself, by his own merit. Hell no. He has to get sick from someone else. So unfortunately, that happened this week, and let's hear about that.
I'm going to be looking for feedback tonight on what you guys recommend I should be doing next in the game. I'm kind of confused as to what to work on. Cat is still sick. Cat is basically laid out on the couch feeling awful. Okay. And, she's trying to recover. It's not looking too good. It looks like she probably ended up missing.
Okay, so
What, is she fucking dying?
I want to give you all the facts he just said, just because when he says something in a second here, it'll hit even harder. So she is not feeling too well, laid out on the couch, and it's not looking good. Okay, those are 3 facts we know. All right, keep going, Philip.
Dude, I am imagining.
No, dude. Yeah, go on.
Okay, go ahead, please.
I'm imagining the Crimson King Panda Lee just whacked out face, just laying down, but instead it's just cat.
Please come back, El Crimson King. Please come back.
You need to do this.
It's not looking too good. It looks like she probably will end up missing work and stuff over the weekend because she's looking pretty sick.
Missing work.
This sucks. A bad head cold.
Bad head cold. Missing work.
What was for dinner? Egg salad. Because my wife is sick and couldn't make anything elaborate, so she just whipped up some egg salad.
This motherfucker. This motherfucker. He explains.
You remember when you made that reference to the El Crimson King?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He explains how bad it is, how bad she's all for pity. It's not looking good. Yeah, we said something simple, egg salad on Texas toast. She's not feeling too good. She can still cook though. Amazing, and he says it so brazenly.
Regardless of the soulmate being sick, he didn't take one for the team and cook because it wasn't his day when he was scheduled to cook. And the schedule is king. The schedule is God.
Very natural and I'd say adult relationship when your days of cooking are decided by a schedule, and if someone's so sick they can't even get off the couch, they still have to cook. Very cool relationship you have there, sir. Very chill.
Just goes to show you what Leanna avoided. This is all it has ever been for him. It's not about being with a person who you feel some emotional connection to. It's not about getting like some joy for spending the rest of your life with a person who you've fallen head over heels with and feeling like the luckiest person in the world because you get to wake up every morning next to you, the love of your life. It's just about like you do the washing, you do the food, and you just take care of the cat as well while you're at it.
Yeah.
It's all domestic stuff. It's all to serve him, to make his life comfortable because he's too fucking lazy to get up and make pasta. God.
Amazing. And let's not forget, I mean, Leanna lived with this for years, then she finally broke out of it. It took her years. Remember, she started younger, so it was probably more impressionable. Philip's doing what normal guys do, I guess, you might have thought. But this week, I also played something on WPIG about Leanna, where it was like, what do you miss most about Leanna not being there? When they're still like, remember, he hasn't said anything about how they broke it up at this point. They didn't say anything about that. There was still we kind of came to a conclusion that we're not best for each other. Like, what do you miss most about it? He's like, honestly, the food. He just says it. just says it. Like there's, even if you have that little inkling of that thought, is that the first thing you want to say to make someone feel like they were a part of your life at all? I mean, come on, man. All right, let's hear it one more time.
I miss a laugh.
No.
I miss the jokes that she used to say. I miss the way that she used to leave this thing by the side of the bed for me when I woke up in the morning. None of that.
Fuck that. And this week also, yeah, go ahead, please, Meerkat.
Also, recently, I saw a clip of him throwing her under the bus and claiming that people dislike him because she was too annoying.
Yes, I got that clip. Hold on, I got it on my Twitter. Yeah, so that was amazing too. There's 3 reasons people started hating DSP, according to Philip. And now Leanna has entered one of those 3 things. It used to be Evil AJ, of course. Was the sole reason for everything. But now it is not just Evil AJ. It is giving a bad review of what Dark Souls without fully beating it. That's number 1. Number 2 was This Is How You Don't Play from Evil AJ. Okay. And number 3 was having a girlfriend that a lot of people didn't like. And here's the clip. I have it here for us here. Get out of here, mouth. Listen, here's the full clip, so you can come to your own conclusions here. No out of context here.
Yet I review Dark Souls very positively and give it an 8 out of 10. Yet I remember distinctly in my head, that was one of the pieces of content that I put out that people over the years gave me a lot of crap for and started to hate me for. I actually said, there's 3 things that people hated me for over the years. The Dark Souls rage quit and review.
No one gives a shit.
Me playing Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 HD and making fun of the games constantly, including Kojima.
Yeah, okay.
And basically my ex-girlfriend, who they all hated. right? And so because of that, like those are the three things that people used. Oh, that's the catalyst of why I don't like Dark Side Phil, and that's what started popular opinion to turn against me during that time period, and people started doing "This is how you don't play" and a lot of hateful content towards me. That was the catalyst of it, and it's weird because we watched it back, and I'm scratching my head. I'm like, I don't understand it. Review Dark.
Amazing.
He literally was scratching
his head. Yeah, I noticed that.
Dude, if I was Pandalee, I'm dropping a bomb on this guy.
I know.
I'm making a fucking expose video. I'm talking about his dick being small. He can't get it up. He's lazy. He talks shit about his audience. All that shit. I'm saying all that shit. I might even make up some more stuff.
You don't have to tell the truth, Leanna. Just say whatever you want. But the truth's always better, but we'll take anything. But stay away, Leanna. You're doing the right thing. Anyway, so I believe that's all the cat talk here. Let me see.
Make anything elaborate, so she just whipped up some egg salad.
Egg salad is pretty elaborate, by the way. That's not exactly a sandwich. You throw shit in between two pieces of bread. Egg salad's kind of crazy, you know? I mean, not crazy, but it takes effort.
I had on Texas toast.
Texas toast. He loves Texas toast. Texas. Oh, let me tell you about some American style cuisine, boys. You need to see this. Texas toast. Okay, you guys have beans on toast? Fuck that. We got Texas toast. It's gonna blow your mind.
Just like toasted bread.
No, with extra butter. That's the key point, boys.
Oh.
So we laugh at that. Yeah. Hell yeah. Welcome to America, boys. So it's just thick toast with butter and
needs more beans.
That's it. Yeah, I figured you might say that. So that's basically it. But Philip almost exclusively eats Texas toast.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's like when you make a toasty. I'm assuming it's something like that.
Just garlic.
She had to count. Just keeps asking me random questions for no reason. I've had enough. It's boring.
Oh yeah,
same person on the third different account in a week, by the way.
Okay. Anyways, all right, that's done. But Catherine is sick. We're weaving a story here. So Catherine was sick on Thursday or whatever. As we move forward, then we had a big deal about I don't know what games I'm gonna play, guys. I need your help. I want to play this and this, and it always ends up being the games he wants to play that he plays. Eventually, he got to the second choice, which was a Nintendo World Championships. But to play that, we got to turn on our Switch, right? And that's gonna be easy, no problem there. No problems can happen here, right? Okay, here we go.
All right, so the first topic for today that I want to discuss, and I need your help with. So I have not used my Nintendo Switch since last year. No lie, the last thing we did on it was the Super Mario RPG remake, which we finished in like late December. Okay? So,
lads,
I haven't booted this thing.
Just realized then.
Yes.
What do you reckon the odds are that Nintendo Switch has been on standby for the whole year?
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Jesus. Where $5,000 a month's going is fucking electricity bill.
I wanted to get Nintendo World Championships. So last night, I booted it up, and FYI, my Switch has two different ways you can connect to the internet.
Even though his Switch is special, like why are we having this? By the way, guys, my Switch can connect to the internet in two different ways. Okay, two, count them, 2, 1, 2. Okay, let's hear this. Very special.
Number one, it's wireless,
Switch.
And I already have it set up that it can connect to my router downstairs if it wants to, but I prefer not to do that. Mostly because downstairs internet up here wireless isn't great. It can be, a little finicky, and it's not as fast as a wired connection. If you're trying to download a game or you're trying to play a game online, you always want a wired connection. So I don't have it set up for wireless by default. It's the backup basically.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's number one. Number two, I do have a wired Ethernet connection. However, I should clarify. It's running through a USB adapter because at launch, the Nintendo Switch did not have an Ethernet port. It wasn't until the later models of the Switch, right? The Switch LED or OLED or whatever it's called, that they actually added the Ethernet port to the dock.
Why is this important?
I don't know how stupid that sounds because it is incredibly stupid. It always should have had.
You know why he's doing this? He's doing this to pretend as if he knows stuff because he's too embarrassed to say he doesn't know how to restart this. So we start off. Building up this idea. I know everything I'm talking about. My Switch can connect to the internet in 15 ways using 1,000 different protocols and certificates. By the way, I don't know how to restart it, so I need your help.
Yeah, you're right.
Also, isn't like the whole point of the Switch that you can take it like elsewhere?
Yeah.
It's portable. So it's probably not going to have like a wired thing. You're supposed to be able to take it and just connect to any Wi-Fi. So like, take it around teammates, connect to their Wi-Fi. You don't need a cable. That's probably why, Phil.
Okay, wait till we get to hear this troubleshooting.
Nintendo actually cheaped out on an Ethernet port on their console, but they did.
Yep.
So because of that,
Nintendo hate continues. By the way,
I had to use my actual USB adapter that I had for my Nintendo Wii U.
Actual. It costs $10 on Amazon right now. Okay, yes.
The Switch, and it works, and it has always worked ever since the Switch came out in 2017, all the way through the fall of last year, the winter of last year, when I was playing Super Mario RPG. This adapter worked every time I turned on my
yeah.
internet. Okay. Yesterday, I turned on my Switch. The internet is working. It says, "Oh, you need an update." Yes, I'm aware I need an update. Okay, so I load the update.
Does he say that? Yes, I'm aware I needed updates or Switch. Yes, I'm aware of that. I already knew you were going to need that.
He didn't update it on stream. I'm amazed he did this before a stream.
Let's give him some credit here. He's doing something off stream for us.
All of that. And great, the update is loaded. Twitch apparently now is up to date. Okay. I want to go to the Nintendo shop. So I go to the Nintendo shop, and they ask me to log in again. I'm like, not surprising. I haven't logged into this thing in 100 years. So I log into the Nintendo shop.
You can leave these steps out.
Basically,
I log in. I got to put my password in. I mean, I figured I'd have to do that because you do have to do passwords a lot. Then I have to put my username in, okay? So I'm like, DA. Then I'm like, where's R? Okay, it's over here, R. I'm like, where's K? You think it's but next to the Y, the L, right? Okay, there it is. Okay, yeah, then I got that. Then I had to push enter. No, where's enter? Is that A button? I don't know. You tell me, chat. Okay, yeah, someone's saying it is enter.
Yeah, do you remember the bit where he's like, this is what a busy adult day is like. You've got to get up, you've got to go to the bathroom, you've got to have a shower. It's this!
Got to feed the animals outside.
Here's
I logged into the Nintendo shop. It asked me for my password. I put it in, pressed enter.
So I go to Nintendo World Championship.
What makes this segment even more sophisticated is that it's called Connectivity Issue Diagnosis. This is Mr. Tech Support.
It's NES edition. I click it. I buy it. Okay. Game is downloading.
Okay.
Cool. I go back to my dashboard on my Switch, and I see the square where it should show the thumbnail for Nintendo World Championships with a completely empty bar, not loaded with any kind of data, and it's just sitting there. And I'm like, what is it doing? Is it going to download it or not? I don't get it. So I start to scroll to the right, all the way to the right of my dashboard. And I notice, it's not loading, it's updating other things. I mean, I haven't plugged this thing in.
Which way did I scroll? Left? No, I did right. This way.
So it makes sense that it's not updating.
Yes.
So it's updating the Nintendo Entertainment System Online, and it's updating the Super NES Online programs. And as it's doing that, it shows that at some point it had started loading the update for the Nintendo Entertainment System Online app, but then it froze. And I can see, I'm looking in the upper right-hand corner, and we're going to look at this in a second. Don't worry, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about.
Oh, great. We get the whole story again. Yes.
So I'm looking in the upper right-hand corner of the dashboard, and the section where it would normally say, wired connection, now shows as an empty wireless symbol. And I'm like, I don't know what that means. An empty wireless symbol, huh?
Okay. How?
And I'm looking, it's like, it's not uploading. It's not updating. Everything's just sitting there, not moving at all. I said, what is going on? So I go into the settings, and I scroll all the way down to internet settings, and I click on it, and it says, how do you want to select, your internet setting? And I said, wired, of course. Okay, connected to the internet. Loading. I'm like, wow, it's taking forever. And after like a minute of loading, it says, unable to connect to the internet, cannot establish an IP address.
So you restarted, surely, right? You restarted?
You had a Comcast guy out. Do you want to bet he reset the profiles on the router or something? And it's just like you need to connect to the new one.
Updated my system.
Restart will fix this.
I just went to the store and bought Nintendo World Championships. How can you tell me I don't have an IP address? That doesn't even make sense. I was doing things online.
Just restart,
So just to confirm, I went back and I was able to open up my Nintendo Online app and the store app, and they both work. So I'm definitely online. So how is it that with this update, Nintendo basically lets you get online, but then errors and says you don't have an IP address and won't let you download games?
This happened to everybody. It was all over the United States, this problem, right? Everyone's talking about it worldwide.
News. Yeah. Noted gamer who recently achieved Master Ranking Street Fighter experiencing Switch issues.
Recent Dark Side Phil, who you might remember from our last week's story of triumph from him tackling Rodan after 180 deaths, tackling the Codex puzzle in Riven, and then also reaching 1,600 master points in Street Fighter. He has a problem with his internet.
We're now going live to the White House for a statement.
And it's the picture you see. Why?
I don't get it. So, first thing I said, well, maybe I got to restart this.
That's the start of the press conference right here. We go to Renton, Washington for the comment from the legendary gamer known as Dark Side Phil. What do you think the problem is, sir?
I don't get it.
So what do you think of the Middle Eastern conflict?
I don't get it.
Philip, do you have any advice for us guys out there that want to maybe perform a little bit better in the bedroom? Do you have any advice for us? I'm kind of trying to step up my game. Any advice, Philip?
I don't get it. So
I could go all day. I'll stop though.
Why do you think that your order was misdelivered?
I don't get it.
Hey, Philip, what do you think of rap music?
I don't get it.
Okay, go. God. We'll move on.
First thing I said, well, maybe I got to restart this thing. So I went to the power button and it says put it into sleep, and I'm like, well, that's not restart. That's just sleep. How do you restart this thing?
Okay, so just to speed up the process, he was in chat like saying, "There's no way to hard reset the console. Nintendo fucks up. How do they fix this? How do they fuck this up?" It's such an easy thing to do. If you have to search it, which I don't think most of you do, if you have to, it takes 3 steps to reset. And then, of course, he has to cope for that. Like, oh, it's not easy enough to find where the reset is. Nintendo sucks.
Better than me. But there is nowhere in the Switch to actually restart the console.
Yes, there is.
I'm serious.
Yes, there
Nintendo
is.
and all of their...
Yes, there is.
The power button.
I legitimately cannot fathom this level of learned helplessness. To the point where you can just look it up and it's the first thing that shows up. It's the first thing and it tells you press the power button for 3 seconds and then click on restart. And then it restarts.
It's amazing.
You know, now it has to be a topic on a fucking fake podcast that takes like 20 minutes.
Dude, it's not even a matter of Googling it. It's got a power button. Like,
yeah, I know.
Why are you not just pressing that?
All right, so you want to see how to do it, guys?
How many devices do you have that have power buttons?
That's the required steps right there. 1, 2, 3. I found it for you. Right?
Dude, you fucked up a 4-step roast.
Oh, yeah.
Their wisdom didn't think, maybe someone wants to restart their Switch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm serious. I'm blown away. That they didn't put that into the goddamn console.
So then people start saying it.
Settings. And it did download the games. Now,
okay, anyways, we're not into the whole thing. But then let's get to the, oh my God, wait. Threats and drama escalation. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, we're going to talk about that? That shit is great.
Okay, so let's do... Okay, so there's... yeah, we got to get into it, don't we? All right, so there's a sarcastic remark chapter that I'm interested in. Let me just hear the sarcastic remark that got his own chapter. Hold on. This might be dumb. I don't know. No promises.
Thanks, Nintendo. All right, so that's it, right? There's no resolution. We're done. Okay.
You're connected to the internet now, sir. You're connected to the internet now, sir. Your Wi-Fi is connected. But okay, please say you don't.
I just wanted to clarify that they did that. Thanks a lot, Nintendo, and all their wisdom. But you know what? I'm in the mood. I think I'll go to the Nintendo eShop and I'll buy a whole bunch of merch or something. I'll have it shipped to my house tonight, right?
What?
Because that's what people do when Nintendo does something bad, they reward them. Correct. So that's what I should do. Spend a lot of money.
That's what you do. By continuing to buy shit, you say there's the worst company of all time, buying their amiibos after throwing them into the trash to make a point, and then taking them out of the trash to say how awesome it is. But yeah, okay, keep going, Philip. Go ahead, Steve.
You got resolution.
I know.
If this is resolution, then thanks, Nintendo. It's like, yeah, you go online, you downloaded your game, you restart your Switch, it's fine. That's resolution.
Can't you just use the Wi-Fi?
Yes.
In chat, it's like, dude.
Yes.
Do you not understand? The whole point is that Nintendo should not be bricking pieces of your console at a whim.
They didn't.
Right?
They didn't brick anything. What?
I don't know, man. Okay. Anyway.
That's a sarcastic
It's
remark.
not like you.
Anyway,
it's for posting scores.
we're done with that. We got to talk about our
like
other big topic for this.
playing other people, are you? Not like with Street Fighter where you need 2 connections because you're directly playing someone else. It's mainly posting scores, isn't it?
Yeah, there's some games. There is some games you could play against people, but his Wi-Fi connection is fine for that. Come on. The Ethernet port on the Switch, by the way. Well, I don't know about the new Ethernet port, but the original Switch where you had to use the USB thing was actually slower than you can get in most Wi-Fi these days. But it's just a more consistent, connection. You don't have to worry about, as he would say, it being finicky. But anyways, all right, let's get to the drama channel critique here. Let's start this from.
I literally have nothing to do with this man at all. I don't.
Let me give you a quick recap. Is this the Keemstar thing or Review Tech USA?
This is Review Tech USA, I believe. Let me make sure with OP Boom. Please tell me. Make sure. I want OP Boom lets me know about this. Demonstrating the issue. Menu restarts. Okay. Sarcastic remark. Documentaries. Yeah. Review Tech USA. Correct. Thank you, OP Boom.
All right.
You are ident always. Go ahead.
One producer to another.
Yeah, I got nothing on that. I can talk about Keemstar, but Review Tech USA you already know he's a fat retard. He's no better than Phil. He's a part-time dad, and he's failing at that. He's a part-time rap producer, and he's failing at that even worse somehow, surprisingly. Yep. He's a part-time YouTuber, even though it's his full-time job, and he's terrible at it, and even his own fans want him to stop and get an actual job, and he hasn't. But he spent a very disproportionate amount of time making fun of Darkside Phil for the exact same attributes that he himself displays. So it's very fun.
Yes. All right, so let's move past the Review Tech. Let's get back to the Keemstar thing. I think that's more interesting, right? Is that not this one? Yeah, go ahead.
The family clip is very fun.
Okay. Let's do the family clip then. Right here. Bada boom, bada bam. Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember this.
Then he goes, well, if he mentions any of those, I'm just going to have you know. Just listen to this.
Please.
I'm not like Phil. I don't have a fake family. Okay? I'm not like Phil.
Is married.
I don't have a fake family. You know what?
Uh-oh.
I took that personally. Yes, me. I took that personally. Because I do have a real family. I have parents. I have a wife. I have a cat. And yes, you can joke he's my pet, but he's still part of my family, right? And I also have extended family and relatives. I have...
That you don't talk to ever by your own admission. Yes, go ahead. That you don't care about. Okay.
Yep. To the other side of the country.
Yep. Let's say, Philip, remember you said you don't care about them? You never talk to them, but let's just say they're family. Okay.
Maybe I don't have direct children, human children, but I do have a family.
Human children.
Direct children.
Why do we need to specify what kind of children you have to have?
Because you can adopt direct children.
but still human children.
Those are indirect.
Are we implying that a person can have something other than a human child?
Maybe of a feline capacity. I don't know.
And I'm pretty upset.
Direct children.
He would say that, like, because he has kids. He's basically better than me. I want you to think about that. There are people on Earth that think they're better than you because they chose to have sex and not use contraception.
What?
And reproduce. Literally the easiest.
They chose to have children. Bill.
I know. You could. You didn't have to go
this again. He's doing this again.
Like he didn't have to bring this part up. You could have said like,
before.
It'd be so easy to say I consider them my family, and if he doesn't like it, fuck him. Be done with this. But then he has to go this way, which of course is just how he is. Has to bring this up.
Contraception. And reproduce.
Uh-huh.
Literally the easiest fucking thing you can do in life.
Well,
is reproduce. You don't even have to work to do it, and it feels good. You're tempted to do it because it feels so good. That's the whole idea.
there's something you got to work for, which is taking care of those children. And it's much, much harder than taking care of a cat. And I'm not saying Review Tech USA is very good at that because he only gets to do it on the weekends, and it's very, very debatable the capacity and efficiency in which he does that. But also, Phil, he's completely missing the point here.
Yeah, it's like he's intentionally doing that. Go ahead, Steve.
It's also easy for him as a man. That's it. You're done.
Yeah.
The next 9 months is going to be hell for your partner. And that's assuming she lives through it, comes out okay on the other end, doesn't have like major issues, complications, doesn't die. You know? It's easy for you.
We just had something pretty simple. Cat's pregnant, so, you know, she couldn't make anything elaborate. Egg salad sandwich on Texas toast. Yeah. That's what he'd be
Cat
like.
Got a food baby. That's what he got.
Oh, get him out of here.
I wake up in the morning, my wife's thrown up everywhere. I'm going to clean up piles of it.
Fucking thing you can do in life is reproduce.
Uh-huh.
You don't even have to work to do it, and it feels good. You're tempted to do it because it feels so good. That's the whole idea. Is to keep
it's fun for about 2 seconds.
The human race alive. This is not a challenge. This is not a daunting task. Anyone can fucking reproduce. So to say that someone doesn't,
no, they can't. No, there's some people who have a lot of problems reproducing.
I know.
Some women can't have children. Some men can't produce enough.
actually have a family because they didn't choose to reproduce is insanely stupid, insanely dumb, and insanely.
Oh, okay, there it ends. But yeah, you got the point.
Calling a cat and a spouse a family is dumb, Phil. That's insanely stupid.
It's like, okay, I'm like, it's fine to say that. Like, I'm like, all right, if you want to do that, go ahead. You do you, brother. But the thing is he expects bonus points for that fact, right? That's the part's like, all right, man, just relax, all right? He uses that as another part of his hard work thing, you know? Is like, you know, I got a family to take care of. He uses it in terms of ammunition for feeling pity for me. That's the part that's like, all right, man, come on. You don't even pay for your cats, the shit you should pay for your cat, so let's calm down.
Yeah, if you want to claim that he's like an integral component of your family, take it to the fucking doctor that specializes in animals, the vet, and get proper treatment for him.
Let's calm down, brother. That's what let's calm down with that, you know.
It's the cat. It's the cat.
All right, let's go to some dentist stuff about the Lolcow Live podcast, all right? If that's cool. I think we're done with the segment here. I know there's some more stuff from here. There was the olive branch incident.
What? Dude.
This whole thing is too long, but it's just him saying how he is better than Rich because he reached out with the olive branch and tried to make it better, and then Rich shit on him endlessly and all that shit. And don't worry, guys, we hate drama, but yes, we were definitely reacting to the entire Jude DeKing documentary. And
that was when Rich's daughter was ill, wasn't it?
Yes, he did reach out on that point.
And he did that public thing, yeah.
This is another case, by the way, of this very theme that's happening these few days of Mansoor. We're going to get into Kino Casino. And also Rich. Rich is another person that said a positive comment to the tune of Philip just kept going what he's doing. He's doing what he's doing after May 1st. He just kept going. He didn't care. He's going to do his thing. He's back streaming the very next day. Phil took that as Review Tech thinks I'm cool and wants to be my friend and was flirting with him on Twitter for weeks afterwards. Of course, Review Tech USA doesn't see it that way and continues making fun of Phil. And that's when Philip started his thoughts on Rich started going negatively, like, oh, maybe he is making fun of me, fuck this. And then Rich turned it into Overdrive, which basically his stream was a DSP stream. Yeah. And then that's when he started hating him. But
you know what? I might have a hot take, and I've talked about this before, but I don't know if I did that on the podcast. But they're both trash, okay, for various reasons. I don't have time to point out. But Phil is actually the better content creator, because while Phil is putting this whole theater about how his content is meaningful and is putting effort, taking feedback, Rich is just sitting there naked and stoned and doesn't give a fuck. And anytime somebody points out that he's a bad father, he's accusing him of trying to take away the method that he uses to feed his family, as he actively doesn't show any kind of initiative to make that more profitable and better and put out better content. He's completely given up. While Phil is delusional enough to try and convince you that this dog shit we're watching right now is actually the best thing you're ever going to see.
Mm-hmm. Any argument? None for
Sizzling
me.
hot take. Yeah.
I mean, it sucks to say it, but I mean, you're right. It just as equally bad it is to watch a DSP stream. At least there's some like shit we can respond to because it's funny how crazy it is. ViewTech USA doesn't even give you that. It's just someone sitting there with a shirt off, waiting for people to like say something that he can somewhat laugh to or hit a laugh track on. Like, come on, man, we gotta chill out. It's not normal to hit a laugh track after you say single words. That's what I said.
And then play you a beat.
Yeah.
At least DSP is there every day. He's supposed to be there, unless he's sick, which we're going to talk about. He's there. He's relatively on time, even though he's always late and wasting everybody's time. But, I mean, come on. But at the end of the day, both of them are two pigs in the mud trying to argue who is less of a pig, but they're all pigs.
Like, DSP has always had this same level of work ethic, where even though as low as that is, he's at least showing up. Review Tech used to put work into his stuff, but then that just faded away at some point. Like, he used to put out legit videos that people wanted to watch, and they were about tech at one point. And it would review stuff.
Used to review tech,
Yeah, and it used to be, some effort in those videos, and that's all gone somewhere. Anyways, let's read the comments here. Gratitude and positivity, shout outs and super chats, super chat on GTA content. Anyways, enough. Okay, let's go. We got to move on. Next up, DSP. The great thumbnail here by Hate Army here. This will be a great podcast. We got to see this one. AI one day will make this happen. Different eras DSP podcasts talking to each other. Yeah.
And then both of those guys literally sold out and signed up with Keemstar to do a drama podcast called The Lol Cow Show or The Lol Cow Cast or whatever it is, where essentially the purpose of the show is they get bullied all day. A bunch of people who call farmers go on there and make fun of them constantly. And they just stand there and take it and get paid money to do it. It's a vile show. It's a disgusting show. It's exactly what I thought it was. It's complete and utter fabricated drama. All right. It's mostly fabricated. Like almost everything on that show is scripted. 100% done ahead of time. They already know what they're going to say and do. They do these fake sides. Oh, I'm going to quit the show. No, I'm going to quit the show. Oh, he quit. Oh, he's back.
Well, you talking about WWE or Blockout Live Podcast? I'm not sure here.
Oh, he quit. Oh, he's back. It's 100% fabricated. It's just as fake as shitty reality TV. But the people who watch the show are mental morons. They think it's legit. They're just complete moronic idiots.
Yep.
To think that anything there would be real. Okay? But the truth is, I never want to be involved.
I know, like everyone knows it. I mean, come on. You think Boogie's really going to leave the show this week? Oh, find out next time.
Involved in that kind of drama content anyway, right? Ever. That's why I said I'm not involved with the show.
You know what's really funny?
Yeah.
In the first video they did, in the first live stream they did, after Boogie was fired for faking cancer, Keemstar within the first 10 minutes was already pitching how they're going to get him back.
So, I mean, come on.
And it was like, oh, you guys, we're going to run a poll, and if 70% of people say that we should have him back and he apologized hard enough and he was really sorry, we're going to get him back. And then the poll didn't hit that goal, and they're going to have him back anyways, because none of that shit means anything.
It takes an idiot to think people really do think it's real.
Keemstar couldn't even legitimately contact me and offer me.
He did try to contact you multiple times.
A real spot on the show. He demanded on Twitter that I accept a $50K offer.
You said you didn't know about how much the offer was at the time, but all right, we'll get this retcon.
Didn't demand on Twitter. You blocked him. He was trying to get in touch with you to talk about it.
Let's just retcon as much as we can here. Yep.
How much more of a legitimate attempt to contact someone can you get?
On the Side Scrolls podcast, he said he had no idea about any offer, but all right, now you do. Cool.
To be on the show before he even spoke with me. Like, he's making demands. Over the last 2 years, he's tried to harass me by saying he was going to contact my friends and family and do a negative Netflix documentary about me. This guy's nuts.
Also, by the way, wait. This motherfucker made like a 15-minute video called The Final Word on Keemstar, where he talked about Keemstar stalking him, this and that, and this was the last time he's ever going to talk about him. He's talking about him again. And he talked about him since many, many times.
He said it's the final word on Keemstar so many times. But yeah, that was 2 years ago was the first final word on...
The first final word.
All right, let me show you these two. These two are very funny. I'll share it with you here. All right, so we have this is 2 years ago, final word on Keemstar, and then 2 days ago, final word on the drama. So yeah, we have so many final words here. It's tough to keep up here.
There was a dedicated video, and in the title he says the final word on Keemstar and I need your help, as in he was rallying the hate army to stand against Keemstar's harassment.
Some of those titles, by the way, he has edited some of the titles. I've noticed more and more when I'm looking for old shit about like emergency bags and stuff. Like I'll see it and I'll try to find it, the real clip of it. But like the clip about I need your help and shit, that's going erased, right? I think that's part of the June getting ready for June documentary thing. But yeah, some of those ultra bags in the titles have gone missing.
Fucking asshole. He's a piece of garbage.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think I posted one example on Twitter, but I've seen more than that too. They weren't worth sharing. But yeah, he's taken away some of the words. Yeah, he's taken away some words that were like support needed and stuff like that. He'll change that part. Take that part out. And stuff.
Because I watched that very same video of I need your help and the final word on Keemstar. I watched it like a week ago on stream.
Yeah, now I'm not saying it's that exact one. I'm not saying that. I think it was more that era of Save the House kind of stuff. That was when I noticed 2 or 3 of them have been changed to not say that level of, I need your help right now. Bad things are happening or something like that. Like that kind of shit got changed. I'll find the exact examples though.
I want nothing to do with this.
By the way, final word.
I made this abundant.
Get you 59 results. There have been 59 final words, technically.
Yeah.
Clear over the last 2 years. I want nothing to do with Keemstar whatsoever.
Except this.
All right, at all. Mm-hmm. You guys keep coming on my streams and bringing it up.
Okay,
and
blame us. Blame the viewers. Very
blame
cool.
your audience, yeah.
And now we're gonna hear if you watch that show, you're an idiot. By the way,
guys. Every time that you bring this shit up, you are literally feeding into the hands of these drama bitches. You
What are you doing then?
Understand that? Because that's all they are. They're bitches. They make up shit so that gullible, dumb people will talk about it, watch it, and give them money.
What are you doing, sir?
For it.
Okay? You know who else does that and falls into that exact same category? His best friends over on Kick.
Kino Casino.
Yeah. You watch the show, if you talk about the show, if you care about the show, you fell for the trap, you're a gullible idiot.
Okay.
And all they care about is milk.
Dude, like, what does it matter if it's scripted or made up or whatever? It's entertaining. That's the point. That's why we watch. Just like any other show or podcast or stream or movie or whatever. It's entertaining.
For money and views. That's it. They don't want to make legit content. If they did, they'd make a legit show. They haven't done that at all.
Yeah, they need to have a legit show like Level 1 Podcast. What's
don't care about that. They just care about the money. All right? So
I did send the video. It's still available. It's called My Final Answer to Keemstar. I Need the Internet's Help. And he's straight up talking about, in the video, he talks about wanting to have a restraining order against Keemstar, a guy that he will never see in real life.
Hey everyone, Phil here again. And
we got a sign.
I find myself in this.
The title is my final answer to Keemstar. I need the internet's help. And yes, let's hear that sigh again.
Hey everyone, Phil here.
Breathe in style.
And, I find myself in a situation where
black bacon shirt, nice.
A video to explain a situation and to give an answer to someone who has been basically bringing me up a lot lately.
Again, this could all be done behind the scenes. If you want to end it, you really want to have the final word, you could have said this in a fucking Twitter DM. But no, let's make a video to try to get some drama views out of it. Okay, very cool.
And I feel like I need to publicly talk about it again.
Oh, yeah. So this is 1 year. So here, let me show you this again, this art graphic again. 2 years ago, we got the final word on Keemstar. Okay. Then 1 year ago, we got the video you're watching now, which is entitled My Final Answer to Keemstar. And then 2 days ago, you got my final word on the drama. So very cool. A lot of final words happening here. Big ups.
Even though I thought that this whole thing was over, I feel like it's best for me to actually bring it up publicly one more time just to clear the air and let everyone know what's going on.
Okay,
right?
So need to make sure.
Since last year, Keemstar has been trying to contact me. He's been publicly tweeting about me, threatening me and saying I absolutely must contact him or else. I did have
threatening me,
back and forth conversation with him,
threatening your life,
He even made a series of little cutesy mini videos about me, discussing me from time to time. Over
those hurt him very deep.
Yeah.
flattering videos, by the way.
That's where the whole podcast came from. Level 1 right there. If they said mission 1.
And after having some discussions with him in DMs, I said, hey, let's talk further via email. He refused. He wanted to actually talk to me on the phone.
Can you imagine?
Kind of forward. I was like, whoa.
Whoa.
All right. Well, the thing.
Bobby Flowers first came.
Yeah, we can't talk on the phone before a first date. Come on.
Come on, dude.
You're rushing things.
I kind of had to give him my number because I'd been doxxed years ago. So if I didn't give him my number, he was going to have it anyway. I told him specific times to call, to have conversations. He didn't call me at those times. He was calling me instead at other times that were very intrusive to my life and my work schedule. And
very intrusive to his life.
Very intrusive.
I specifically said, hey, I'll be open to talk during these times.
Look how like occurred to me there.
Yeah.
Right. If you didn't need to give Keemstar his number because his number's been doxed years ago, would that mean that it's his number that's associated with that line account? Because that's the number people call to get to his.
Correct.
Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, hang on. Oh.
So if that is your phone number, Phil, that's associated with that line account.
What the fuck is this line account? What is line? Whatever he said.
What code?
Yeah, code.
Kind of made it my private life. He tried to call it other times, which was really weird.
It's really weird. All right, we don't have to watch it. So you know this one. This is a classic if you haven't seen it, but we got to move on. You know, let's hear the rest of this later from modern times.
I think we heard the gist of this, and we're ready to get to the actual fun part.
Okay, so the fun part starts when Lolcow Live put out a little tweet, right? Is that what you're mentioning, Meerkat?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, so I got that for us here. This is Lolcow Live saying, we are considering filing a lawsuit against DSP for his claims that Lolcow Live is scripted and staged. These are false, slanderous statements meant to damage the show. It's okay to think it's scripted. Everyone has a right to an opinion, but when you publicly state the show is 100% scripted, as DSP has, that is defamation 101. 101. But Philip took notice of this. And what did he do? He added a little disclaimer to the bottom of the video. Remember, it's all scripted, though, guys. It's all scripted. Nothing's real. Note, the opinions shared on this podcast are my own. You can disagree with them, but they are solely my thoughts on the matters discussed. Enjoy. Hell yeah. Try to sue me, dumb fucks. Amazing.
And you know, Keemstar pulled the DSP thing where DSP constantly talks about, yeah, if I was fucking rich, I would sue everybody. I would sue all my detractors. I would take them down. But sadly, I'm not rich. Keemstar is rich, so he can straight up just go out and say it. Even though I think it was a bluff, it was something that is meant to threaten Phil and, well, provoke a response. We did get the response, and DSP folded. He folded. Because we heard the fucking promo he cut. He was super convincing, and he was obviously meant it from the bottom of his soul. It didn't seem like an opinion, you know. It seemed like he was spreading the truth that he believed in. But
let's not forget too that Philip has not mentioned it since that point, so he's kind of scared. It worked to scare his ass, I'll tell you that, because now he's too scared to say anything about it. But no, the opinion share that'll work up in court, Philip. Good job, you got him.
This is like in a wrestling feud where the heel, the bad guy, would cut a promo saying, "I'm gonna fucking destroy you, I'm gonna break your neck," and then the face would say, "Well, I'm gonna beat your ass," and then the heel would be like, "You know what? You got a point. I'm gonna go home now."
Okay, so that was it for that point. Let's see, I think it is now time for some Kino Casino talk, my friends. Are we prepared for that? Are we prepared? Let's do a few shout outs first, and then we'll move on to that. Jay Wusso says, Phil blew something. Would explain his sore throat. Oh, you think Phil blew something to get that sore throat? Okay, what could that be? Uckbuck the Black says, he has alien babies, not direct babies. Okay, not human babies, direct children. Correct, Uckbuck. Kyle Denson says, breaking, cat's not pregnant, it was just gas. So she getting rid of all the gas problems. Got it. That is breaking. Uckbuck says, reached out to RTU right after Side Scrollers for help. Oh, yeah. He did, didn't he? He was kind of buddy-buddy with RTU after the side-scrollers for a moment there. Remember, he was like thinking about going on the show with RTU, actually, to talk about it? It was not off the table.
Something like that.
Yeah, I can't remember the exact details, but it was not off the table that they were going to have a show together. And we'll figure it out sometime. Yeah, you're right about that, Buck.
And I believe shortly after the side-scrollers interview happened, when they called him out on not apologizing to anybody that he's hurt in the past, he dropped down in Review Tag USA's DMs. And he was like, hey, Rich, man, bygones be bygones. I hope you take care of your sick daughter, man.
Yep.
And he did that in the transactional way that he does everything. So if that doesn't work, and if you don't like him after that, well, he did his part, and you're supposed to like him, then it's your fault for not liking him.
Also, in that same period, he did reach out to Shady K, the person that was with Taco Chan, the person that he incessantly chased at one tournament, which led to him writing the Incel Manifesto. I hope you've seen that if you haven't. I did get confirmation from Shady K not just 2 weeks ago that did happen. And also, he did say that as far as the Taco Chan stuff, I remember some of the beef originating from that, and that was a driving factor of that beef between Phil and Shady K, because they both like the same girl, but as you might have guessed, the girl liked Shady K and not Philip. So that was confirmed, and Philip did reach out to him for apology at that point, because he was an asshole to Shady K for many, many years on the forums. But yes, very sincere apology. Thank you, sir. Okay, now it is time for Kino Casino stuff. So to start this, to paint this picture here for you, I thought it might be best to start with how Kino Casino normally talks about DSP, okay? Just to get you a little taste of it, all right? So,
allow me to explain what a Kino Casino actually is.
Go ahead.
Well, Kino Casino, and this is very important that people understand that, because it's the core and the foundation of this entire segment.
Yes.
So Kino Casino is a drama show that is hosted on Kick, that I enjoy very much. They talk about all kinds of lolcows. Whenever big lolcow drama happens, they're on the case, and they make it very fun and entertaining. They also have interviews with other people sometimes. They would have Null from Kiwi Farms. They would have other people on, like Mutahar, etc. They've talked about DSP sometimes because I think they kind of find him pretty boring. They talk about Rich a lot because they have a bone to pick with Rich. And they actually managed to do the impossible and make Rich entertaining by making fun of him. Now, when they talk about Phil, and this is pretty important as well, they talk about him in this very, very sarcastic way, as if they're trying to praise him for being the king and the god of gaming and the best guy ever. But it's very clear what their intentions are whenever they have a segment about him.
Yeah. So here's a great example of that, real short, just to give you an example of how they talk about Philip. You got to keep this in your mind about how they normally talk about Philip. This is only 2 months ago, by the way.
You know it's true.
Yeah, no. He did actually beat Elden Ring. And by the way, did you know this? This is a nut story, and it's true. His life, if you've played Infinite Wealth, great game, by the way, I'm having a lot of fun playing it. If you play Infinite Wealth, the Yakuza Infinite Wealth, his life mirrors Infinite Wealth story plot. I'm not even kidding.
It is true, though. But Hazy Knight says DSP legit said having too fast of internet is also bad for fighting games, and he's right. Our liege, he's right. If your internet is too fast, that fucks up the input. It causes input lag somehow. It's the net code.
But yeah,
and that's why he lost.
And he is itchy. He's itchy. People were trying to say no, he's not. And by the way, I'm having a lot more fun with Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Right. Oh, sorry, you get the point, though. You get the point. That is how it rolls, right? You got the point there.
Yes.
They play along with it. They said, yeah, they agree that the too fast of a connection does make you drop inputs. Definitely true. So that's how they roll with that. So then, they're doing another stream, and Philip, first they did this. First this happened. So I want to make sure my timeline is correct here. So this is from Ludo Lord video.
Tell us. It's through the Kino Casino.
Let's go!
This happened 2 days ago.
It's awesome. So we're going to have a look at that.
We're also working on the interview with him. We're going to be planning the interview with him.
Okay. Yes, we are planning to perhaps get Darkside Phil on this program.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to blow up the spot.
Fuck it. No, you know what? He needs a place to speak.
The king actually reached out to us.
He messaged.
He DM'd me today. And I was like,
You can DM Kino Casino, can't DM Keemstar, though.
King,
All right.
my liege, what can I do for you,
We're
sir?
not kidding, man.
Give me the command and I shall do it.
Also, hold
King
on.
Phil.
I thought this kind of business relationship is established through emails and not DMs. DMs
definitely.
are very unprofessional.
Yes, I hope Philip at least sent him flowers or something first, because he's doing this direct DM conversation, which is, can't do that. I hope they did it during a certain time, Philip.
So he actually said.
Their schedule, he could really be messing with them.
Absolutely.
Waiting on orders from Lord Darkside, Phil.
So he also offered.
I can't wait to ask him all the hard-hitting questions, like what his favorite color is. What his favorite Sega Genesis game is. We're gonna glaze.
Glaze. Hell yeah.
Glaze the king.
Psycho. I literally am not joking. He asked if Ashton was the real host. He goes, I can't find anything official. And then he even said this. He goes, I respect your opinion. He goes, I know you guys don't like me. And then we're like, we shit on everyone, like even ourselves.
I was like, listen, Lord Phil, we love you.
We apologize.
We love
bent
you,
the
King
knee.
Phil. Listen, Phil.
He was nice, though. He was actually nice.
Whatever you need from me, son.
See, so he's surprised that Philip was nice. Hear that? He was actually nice. He was actually nice to us, as in surprised he thinks positively of us based on what we say to him, right? That's what that I got from that. You know, he was actually nice to us in a surprising way. Well. Philip managed to show up in the chat of one of their live streams.
And expect the consumer.
Yeah, go ahead, Steve.
Very quickly, that does track with everything else we know. Most of the time, people that have interacted with him have even said, like, oh, yeah, I knew him off like SRK, and it turns out he's like quite quiet and meek and quite friendly in real life. And people who've like worked with him for a bit and then been thrown under the bus have been like, yeah, he's nice to you, but he wants something from you.
Mm-hmm.
But then once you outlive your usefulness, you're done, which is very narcissistic as well. So that also tracks with what we know about Phil.
So during this next stream, they're watching Philip eat Mr. Beast's chocolate. And this is 2 a.m., by the way, 2 a.m. Philip's time. And just chilling, spending time, very busy, spending time with Kat, watching Kino Casino, as you do, you know. That's a normal busy person does, 2 a.m. Here we go. So Philip...
Is she sick at this point?
Well, she's not too busy to, I don't know, sleep.
He's wearing a Carolina Panthers jersey? Like, it's not a Seahawks. What is he wearing?
I take one
So I stopped there because that's the comment that got Philip to pipe up. I don't know why, but
bite and I hit a crunch, and the second bite, there's no crunch. It's done.
So DSP Gaming Reel, you can see there on the right, says, man, that is a Panthers jersey my mom sewed over. So that is Philip announcing his arrival in the chat is right there. Yes, that is it. DSP Gaming Reel has a Kick account. He wanted to keep his connection going with the Kino boys. Go ahead, Meerkat.
And also, they were watching a troll video. This is not the original video.
No.
So he's supporting guys clowning on him while watching the detractor videos that he says himself are slanderous and damaging to himself and his family.
Correct.
Poor little Jasper is suffering. He's crying downstairs as he's puking hairballs all over the house over this video. And
Correct.
Phil is glazing in the chat. And he even bothered to make a Kick account. Who the fuck would Darkside Phil watch on Kick?
Also, it had to be DSP Gaming Real because a bunch of other DSP Gaming tags were taken by other detractors.
Yeah.
So, like, DSP Gaming was taken, DSP was taken, Darkside Phil's that was taken. So, you know, he did get, like, DSP Gaming Real, but for a brief period, he was annoyed into trying all these different combinations.
Uh-huh.
Oh, fucking hell, someone's taken that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll try DSP Space Gaming. Nope, someone's taken that.
So a lot of people in this the people in this comment section were saying, is that really him? Why would he just do DSP Gaming? Because you know people got that name the second it was available. It was the second Kick was announced.
Guy?
Yeah, so
It's
it is the guy.
He's on Kick.
I'm watching his chocolate. All right, so then
Also, why is his mum so over? Sorry, but
Yeah.
What
right?
does he mean? A Panthers jersey my mum's sewed over. What
So
did she?
the jersey he's watching,
Rip
I think she sewed over the back that said Dark Side, I think. I'm not sure what the back says. But
Oh, you mean he got like a thing and he couldn't like stitch it himself?
Yeah, Mommy did that
Like
one,
when-
you know, but it's combing
like when
hair,
metalheads have
sewing. She was pretty busy. Yeah.
And by the way, since this jersey fits him as a 42-year-old man, he was a grown ass man when his
Yes.
mommy sewed the jersey for him.
Correct. Just want to make this very clear because Meerkat said it, but I just want to double make sure everyone understands this. This is what Philip is doing right now is if me and Steve were doing, let's say, me and Steve were doing a show of the Dead Sea Scrolls, and we're going through detractor videos, watching Philip's nonsense on the detractor, his nonsense on the forums, right? We're watching detractor videos about that. Philip joins our chat to tell us how cool we are. That's what he's doing right now, is watching two people make fun of him while watching detractor videos to tell them how he likes them, which he's not going to say all of it. That's what he's doing right now. It's wild.
DSP on WPIG.
Yeah,
this was a great episode of Alphaism. I missed Bunky.
Yeah. It is wild to think about that.
By the way, they have an entire clip that's like 30 minutes long about him having a midlife crisis.
Yes.
And it's like they're clowning on him the whole time. It's just clowning on him. The same way they clown on Rich. But they call them the king, which makes them feel good.
And like,
even though that's retired.
This is worth watching, by the way. I mean, fast forwarding through, but it's cringe because Philip thinks they're doing this seriously. Like, look, it has gone out of business in tons of places, and he wants to disown it because the quality is so bad. So he's really thinking they care about Mr. Beast's thoughts on chocolate. And Philip's trying to add like Derek facts to it, you know, like, oh yeah, you guys might be interested in this. Mr. Beast chocolate is actually going about a business. It's like, no one cares. That's not the point of this video, brother. You think people really think what you care about fucking Mr. Beast chocolate? It's amazing. And it's just adding to the midlife crisis shit 100%. I mean, this is it. We're watching it right now. You're watching two people make fun of you. And you're coming in trying to be Derek to their streams? Watching a duty video?
Oh, he used the paper plate. I've just seen that.
Special. It's amazing. It's incredible. The only way I could stream on Kick is the co-stream because there's no way I'll dump YouTube. So he's a big part of it. He loves the attention. That's what you say. He loves the fucking attention. But all right, now it is time. We see what they did there. There's some more gems in there if you want to check it out. But yesterday, we finally reached it. Yesterday was DSP's DSP. Event that happens once a year. You don't have to make new graphics for it, though. Same graphics as last year. Mention them on the podcast. Let's see how that went. All right, my friends.
Perspective of what they know.
Here we go.
Is the opposite of the truth, as I've already explained, but they don't know the truth because they
all right, hold on.
Casino who are a cool.
Oh, we got a new webcam, by the way. I don't give a shit. It doesn't look any different to me. It has a little bit better color, I think. But there you go. New webcam.
I am asking for you guys' opinion. Did he buy this himself, or did someone legitimately listen to this? They bought it for him and just secretly shipped it to him, and he didn't even know until it came. The guy that never takes random packages. He took a random package from Amazon.
Yep.
That could have been a fucking bomb. It could have been anthrax.
Yep.
It could have been scarlet rot. It could have been anything.
But we're opening packages again, boys. There's 0% chance he bought this shit. Go ahead, Steve. There's 0% chance a fan bought this. Excuse me. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, because I was just about to say, because like he's probably see like it constantly going out of focus, and instead of working out how to turn off autofocus, he's just like, fuck it, I'll buy a new one. I can totally see that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. But I think it looks the same. But
doesn't this camera cost like $200?
Yes.
It looks the same as the previous one.
Yes. The same exact thing. It's the same.
You could put like that and the previous day's podcast together and you wouldn't know.
You know why he bought it? I'll tell you why he bought it. It's for the eating segment, guys. The eating segment, which I'll show you later. I think he bought it because he wanted to have a special eating segment with the, daddy at the kids' table at Thanksgiving, where we can show you how we eat chicken. I think that's what it is. I think it was all about that.
I think he wanted to look better on Kino.
Oh God, I hope that's not it. That is a new
I
low,
would like
Philo.
to believe that.
That's a new
I would
low,
love
Philo.
to believe that.
But bought the microphone for multiplayer, didn't he?
For Brian, yeah. Sir Brian.
I think he bought it purely because he's going through a midlife crisis, and that's one of the big factors and one of the big symptoms of a midlife crisis is just you buy yourself stuff.
Yeah, it'd be like a flashy car, wouldn't it? Otherwise, like most successful men.
Which,
do that.
by the way, there have been speculations that he actually bought a different car.
Yeah,
I haven't seen
I saw that.
the evidence, but I seen people talk about it.
Yeah, it's just odd he wouldn't. I mean, he'd love to shout that out, right? Or is he trying to say that would make him look too affluent if he has money for a new car?
That's it. That's it.
Oh, okay.
His whole business, the foundation of his entire gimmick. If he was a wrestler, he would be a guy whose gimmick is that he's always broke. And there would be some storyline where he would make a bunch of money from Vegas and he would try and hide it because it's his gimmick to be broke.
So what's the new car though for? I mean, did the old car just say bye-bye? Because he bought it new, right? The other one.
When the tire got stolen, they probably put on like, the emergency tire that you have that you're not supposed to drive on. And he just drove on it and kept driving on it. And then when it got knackered, he was like, "Oh, I'm fed up with this car now. It keeps breaking down. I'll buy a new one."
New car, new tire. Need a new tire? Get a new fucking car. Fuck it. Oh, good point. He might have got that camera for the Lego streams. Good point.
Oh no.
Good point. Good point. Who said that? You were correct.
Some very good speculations. The crazy thing is that everybody can be right. And sometimes multiple people can be right at the same time.
Uckbuck says, "Mommy always sews my clothes and bathes me. And don't forget about combs my hair," which is factually fucking base when he was 17 years old.
Absolutely.
Copeside Phil in the house says, "The best part is when he brought up that they made fun of him for having a midlife crisis, and he says they need more context. But even people who don't watch Phil all the time know he's having one." Yeah, it doesn't take much to see who's having one. When you're trying to shout out your accomplishments of 3 different games that are unrelated at all that normal people can do, that's when you pretty much know. Vikes in the house says, "One day we'll get a Mr. Beast style mod leaks confirming OIC males cat makeup monthly. Phil and Cat sold nudes to Dens for money, and Phil actually met Derek."
Well, technically, he is Mr. Feast. And sometimes he's Mr. Breast, but that's we don't want to.
Yeah. Oh, and that's true. He did have a special little table, didn't he, for that food? Is that the Lego table? Is this a trial? Now it's all the pieces are coming together. It's all coming together, boys. All right. Let's move on. We got to keep going. We're losing the track of the source here. So let's get back to it. This is the start of DSP's DSP. More Kino Casino coming here.
Yeah, so anyway, we'll talk about this in a moment, but as you guys can see, some stuff is going down. And I want to address it. I want to say welcome to anyone here today who may be a newcomer. Now, the stream's just starting. Likely we're going to get way more viewers over the course of today. It is a marathon stream. This is the podcast. Some people
don't think I have too low viewers, guys. I normally have way more. More people are coming. Okay, Kino Casino viewers. I have more viewers than this normally.
Come after the podcast. But we may get some new viewers today, and here's why.
Uh-oh.
As I talked about yesterday,
please,
on this show, someone had keyed me in that Review Tech USA was essentially talking bad about me, but also threatening June the King. And if you want the full story on that, I talked about it on yesterday. I watched a video from these guys.
This is, by the way, Mr. Anti-Drama, who is like, if you want the drama with Review Tech USA, this guy that I hate, that I constantly say I'm going to stop talking about him, I covered this drama in the previous podcast. Make sure to check it out.
Yes.
I was,
if you're looking for yesterday's drama, that's on yesterday's show.
Into this, I watched a video from these guys called Kino Casino, who are a streamer group over on Kick.
Streamer group.
Streamer group. It's like SOK was like SOK is respected individuals now. Yeah, this is the streamer group.
Cover drama stuff. They're into that. That's what they do basically. But they do other stuff too. They watch react. They react to certain kinds of content. And stuff
you
like
got that right.
And
I wonder what kind of content they react to. I'm not really sure.
After I had watched that video of theirs and reacted to it yesterday, they basically again reacted to my reaction to Rich. I know this is sounding very convoluted because it's kind of it.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's not.
So basically, I looked into it. I was like, I wonder who these guys actually are, right? Because I've never really heard of them. But you know me, I live in my island. I'm isolated to my island here. I don't really interact.
Well,
with
this
other
is also
people.
the same guy who can't reset his Switch, so
Yes.
I'm not surprised.
Also the same guy that was on the night before 2 a.m. in their chat. But okay.
Sit here and do my own thing. So no wonder I don't know who these guys are.
Yeah, definitely.
So I looked into it. And these guys, listen, these guys, from what I can see, seem to be equal opportunity razzers. Now, if you've done some heinous stuff, they're going to cover it. But at the same time, they've covered me, and they've said negative things about me. I've seen it. I actually looked it up. They said
I didn't find the clip, but just for the context of this is what Kino Casino said. He's a fucking retard for spending money on a mobile game. They also said that quote. So yeah, but let's hear how cool they are to Philip.
Of a midlife
You know what?
crisis.
I'm going to fucking go off. I'm going to fucking go off. Because I listened to this motherfucker, this piece of shit, for years talk about, you guys are probably familiar with this term, the misery brokers. The people that every time somebody has a downfall and somebody fucks up, they shit on them and they make big views and big money. And this is exactly the category that Kino Casino would fall under. And he calls them a fucking streamer group. And he calls them fucking equal opportunity razzers. And he's gonna go on their show and kiss their cocks for like an hour straight as they pretend they like him because they want to fucking clown on him without him even knowing. And because they hate Rich more than they hate Phil, and you know, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And in this case, this applies. But he's going to pretend, he's going to go against his ethics and his morals that he spent years jerking himself off of for a crumb of views and a crumb of money from people that don't like him, from the fucking trolls. Good job, Phil.
Best part is, he's going to go into this thinking, I'm better than them. I'm manipulating this situation to make me look good. I'm benefiting from this. I'm going to get something from them. I am going to con them. I am going to use them in some way. And he's going to go feeling superior. He's going to go thinking he can pull the wool over their eyes. And because he's just like that, socially oblivious, that he can't spot what they're doing.
This is, someone in chat said it, I'm going to steal your idea here. This is like when Philip was in high school and a hot girl danced with him at prom.
Mm-hmm.
And Philip thought it was because she really liked Philip. He thought that. But you know what really happened? Some cool guy said, why don't you dance with Philip? It'll be funny. And then Philip did it, and Philip thought it was a cool and interactive experience. And it was very positive for him, while the rest of the entire world, or gymnasium in that case, was laughing at him. And that's what we're seeing right here, which is really, really sad. This is like sadder than the side scrollers thing because, you know, it's an interview and he has to answer a question about what he did. That's whatever. This is, he's thinking they are on his side, I think. And they are obviously in a comedic way talking him up. But he just, I think he wants acceptance so bad he can just pretend it's real for a second. It's really wild. Yeah. But all right, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
He's so desperate to feel like he has somebody on his side, somebody actually that believes his bullshit, who's quote unquote an outsider, that he's willing to set aside his morals to join a show that does by absolutely his own definition something that he despises.
Yes. And it's if you ask them, at Kino Casino guys, are you guys misery merchants? They say yes, absolutely. And that's something Philip hates more than anything else. That's what he hates more than anything else.
That's why I love their streams so much. Because every time somebody fucks up, I know I can look up Kino Casino clips and they talked about it yesterday. And I can fucking watch it and laugh alongside them.
It's like the opening salvo at the start of the interview where they're like, so, do we have the real Phil or is Darkside Phil the character? Like the opening questions where they're quite easy and everybody else is thinking, oh, this is going to be another quartering interview. And then and Phil's like, oh, thank God they're not. You can see the relief in his face. Yeah, it's that. That's where we are right now with this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're doing exactly the same thing.
What's hilarious about what they said about me is the opposite of the truth.
Yeah, good question, John Smith. Isn't Keemstar an equal opportunity razzer too? He kind of talks about everybody, doesn't he? I mean, by this logic, right?
Back in the day, Phil was.
Yeah.
All right. Equal opportunity offender.
Yeah. Keemstar had his whole brand was doing this since before anybody else did this.
Yeah.
So if anything, he's even more prestigious than those guys.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's the one. Yeah, that's why he got so big, because he's like the first one doing it.
But they don't know the truth because they don't know that much about me. So they don't
they're
actually
gonna
have
find
the full
out.
picture. So they're just razzing me in perspective of what they know or what they've been told from detractors.
They're razzing you in perspective of what's on the fucking screen. How much more do you have to see about how dentedly you review chocolate to know, oh, yeah, if they saw my Heavy Rain playthrough, this would all click. They'd be getting this way better. Oh, yeah, definitely.
If they saw me giving a shout out to Jade, who's in the hospital, yeah, they would totally think I'm a nice guy.
If they saw my killer joke
Guys,
about
if
pork
you'd
fried
seen,
rice.
like the whole stream, you would have the full context.
If they told me they should take off her shirt with a passed out girl in Life is Strange, they would have totally get me. They get this. They totally dig this.
Right?
Uh-huh. Yep.
You don't
Yep.
listen
So anyway,
to Howard Stern.
You know, I've seen what they've said. I've seen the things that they talk about on their show. And I'm like, you know, they seem pretty fair. Like, unlike other people who make fun of me and deride me and basically talk bad about myself and my community, these guys, you know, they'll say stuff every once in a while. They'll reference WWE champions, right? They'll reference, you know, other silly things.
Wait. What do you mean other silly things? I thought the WWE champions thing was slanderous and it was hurting his family. And now it's just a silly little meme.
Bro, he couldn't give like any information because it would have like put his family at risk.
Yeah, so that's cool now. That we can WWE champions razzing. That's equal opportunity razzing, boys. So WWE champions, hell yeah, dude. All right, cool. That's fine. No Catherine crying downstairs on that one. How about May 1st?
Like that, right? But they're not harping on it, and they don't treat me like I'm some kind of a heinous villain on the internet.
Sure, they treat you like the court jester of the internet, which
Literally.
is what Total Biscuit called you how many years ago. That's how they treat you.
Who's out to like destroy people's lives or scam people? Because I'm not. You know, I'm just a guy who just literally sits here every day and plays video games and wants to relax with my audience, and that's it. That's all I'm about, right?
Oh.
So, what does this have to do with them? Well, after having heard, they reacted to your reaction, I went over and checked it out, and their reaction was incredibly fair. You know, were they razzing?
They were calling me king, in fact.
Yeah. Me a little bit in it. Yes, they were. They were still referencing the memes and stuff. But for the most part, they completely agreed with what I said here on the podcast yesterday about Rich from Review Tech USA. And
because Philip caught a good one where they're making fun of Rich, and they both, I mean, no one is on Rich's side. So, I mean, come on. It's like the Soap and Pippa thing.
Yeah.
Everyone thought Soap and Pippa was dumb. So, everyone agrees with me. Like, yeah, okay, yeah. Killing people is bad, Philip.
It cannot be understated how nobody is on Review Tech USA side, not even his own viewers.
Yes.
If you look up his comment section, it's a catastrophe.
Yeah, but okay.
And I said, you know, I'm curious what these guys are doing right now. And so I jumped on their Kick stream. I've never been on Kick before.
At 2 a.m.
Not once have I ever viewed anything on Kick.
He's very busy.
So I jumped over there.
And Kat's sick, by the way, but don't worry about it. She's fine. She'll fuck her.
And they were reacting to a video
have an account.
of some woman in California who squats. She's like a habitual squatter. She goes to people's houses.
Oh, is that Jenna?
And refuses to leave. Doesn't pay. She just sits there and refuses to leave. And California
That's what
law is
squatting
so
means.
weird, they can't kick her out. So it's these guys going around trying to kick this woman out from squatting, basically. So I'm watching this video, and it's hilarious. Not only is the video hilarious, they're hilarious. Their commentary is actually funny as hell on this video. So I'm laughing my butt off, and I said, maybe I'll just say hello to these guys. So I made a quick account. You know, and then basically
Mr. Stupid One
verified with them that I was really me. I said, hey guys, just so you know, I'm the real me, and I just want to say what's up. You know, I appreciate that you guys have been reacting to what I'm saying about stuff in a fair way. And we basically went back and forth with a little bit of conversation. And it was like maybe 15, 20 minutes of conversation with these guys.
It would have been so good, lads, if there were a bunch of LARPers in there and they could have flooded the chat with, no, I'm the real DSP. You know, like when people have fake accounts of Derek?
Yeah.
Oh, it would have been so good.
Chatting. I was just chatting. I was in bed. My wife was asleep sick. You know, she's getting over her cold.
So was she not there next to you then? Just a question. You're on there on your phone having fun with Kino Casino. Listen to their antics. Is she? You sure she was probably next to you, right? You sleep together, right?
And so I was just talking, you know, on the phone, just kind of, you know, chatting in the chat, talking with them back and forth. And basically, they were so nice. They were like, would you like, come by? What are you doing tomorrow? I said, I'm doing a marathon. And they actually said, hey, viewers, go over and check out Phil. I was like, well, that's really nice of them. They certainly didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, definitely.
FYI.
Hey, we can do that too, Philip. All right, guys, check out DSP's show tomorrow. He's going to be doing reaction content. Go check him out, guys. Yeah, he's awesome.
Speaking of which, he is sick tomorrow, so he's not going to do react content.
Oh, not today, you mean. Today he's off, but tomorrow he's doing it.
Yes.
Yeah. Go check it out, guys. It's awesome.
I want to say welcome to anyone who's a newcomer here on the stream. Now, I need to lay some groundwork because I don't want anyone to have misconceptions about my stuff. I wish I didn't have to have any restrictions on the stream. I wish
Let me tell you why it sucks.
Could be open and free with no problems. The problem is, sadly, I have a very large stalker base on the internet. Not just a hater base, a stalker base. These people literally try to get into every aspect of my life. Okay? If I don't have any kind of restrictions on my chat, sadly, what would happen is trolls would come in with 100 bot accounts, flood the chat with racist stuff, sexist stuff, doxing, and all kinds of nasty stuff.
Okay.
I know because they've done it before. So we have to have really restrictive stuff on the chat. Usually I have 24-hour sub mode, meaning you have to subscribe to my channel, which isn't paid on YouTube. It's free. But you have to do a free subscription to my channel for 24 hours in order to talk here in the chat. And that's just to stop the bots.
Okay.
It's the only reason I do it. I don't like having to do it, all right? But last night, since these guys at the end of their stream said, hey, guys, come over to Phil's stream, go check him out tomorrow, I said, well, I'll reduce that for today. So anyone who was there live on that stream last night and came over and subscribed, I reduced it to like 8-hour sub mode for today.
Oh, what a
so
saint.
at least this will hopefully stop the bots.
Uh-huh.
But we will have some newcomers to be able to come by from that show, the Kino Casino, if they want to come talk and interact and hang out with me today. Okay, so welcome. I mean, I always welcome newcomers. I love people who want to just come by and hang out. Listen, I'm a chill guy. The only time I get heated is if I'm playing Street Fighter and I lose.
I'm very cool.
Oh my god.
I'm very cool.
Okay, admittedly, I get really upset. I lose my cool. I start swearing and insulting the players. That's just like a running thing with me. Okay, but outside of that,
the cannons.
I basically am a really laid back dude. I just want to have fun. I just want to hang out. I want to enjoy games. I want to be social with my audience. That's what it's all about. And so many people hate me for shit over the years. It has nothing to do with the real me now. It's shit that I've done in the past. It's stuff that has nothing to do with my streams. I think if you come by and you give me a shot.
Go ahead.
Literally, the Kino guys only watch recent stuff.
Yes.
They didn't fucking watch DSP in 2010 about the whole Jews thing. No, they watched the recent stuff of him having a midlife crisis and begging in the Mr. Beast shit. Come on, bro. This fucking brainwashing is not gonna work on anybody because it's so fucking transparent and it's so fucking dumb. That's why it only works on Jade's and Derek's.
Yes. Can you imagine the Kino Casino viewers tuning into this? What the fuck is this? Is this supposed to be fun?
Think they are. That's what he'll think they are. He won't think they're like regular viewers. He'll think they're like Jade and Derek and that. Because that's his audience. That's all. It's the only reference point he's got.
Because you know what? He by forwarding people to his stream, they put all those people in the pipeline to watching our stuff and watching Duty streams and Snort Hogan.
Big ups for that, by the way. Yeah,
because those people,
new viewers in chat, welcome.
I'm cool, by the way. I'm not old.
Yeah, we're cool. Yeah.
I never show my age unless we're talking about some games or something.
I only do shorts.
Yeah. Look at this. Look at this mid-snort pause, by the way. Give me praise for this. I'm very cool, by the way. Okay, we finished Meerkat? Sorry, we talked over you on that one.
No, that was pretty much it.
Let's go.
You'll have a good time. And you know what's funny? Those guys. So wait a minute. What are their names again? One of their names is Andy. What's the other guy's name? I forgot because they told me last night.
Yeah, I was drinking a lot of gin last night.
I'm 42 years old. I'm old. I forget shit. Whatever.
I thought your brain was getting better. You said you puzzles are mixed and ribbons.
Yeah, about Riven, dude. Haven't you thought about Riven already?
And now I'm having a brain fart. I'm 42 years old.
What about
I'm old, I forget
Riven?
shit.
What?
Whatever their names are. I know one of them was PPP. He goes by, and the other guy's Andy.
Okay.
They're funny because they're cracking jokes about me being a king. Oh, King Phil and his court and everything. I was laughing.
Look how happy he is. People call me the king. It's really cool.
I was like, dude, that's funny because I don't do that shit. I've never done that shit.
What?
No, the years of me saying I'm
Never
king-
done what?
You've never been called the king? What? Is that what we're saying?
That's funny because I don't do that shit. I've never done that shit. The years of me saying I'm the king of hate and shit like that are long in the past.
Okay, so
I've
that was
disowned all of that because
So
so
you
many
have
people
done
spun
that,
it in a
though.
negative way.
you didn't disown it until Side Scrollers convinced you that was a good idea to try to suck
how
their
long
balls. Yeah.
When was your last episode of Ask the King? Pretty sure that was like within the last year or two.
Yeah, and he's got to pretend that was his choice too. It was not. It was him trying to suck up the Side Scrollers. But yeah, go ahead, Meerkat.
To be fair, he disowned the whole king moniker before the side scrollers.
Oh, is that true?
Because I
Okay.
remember them talking about, you still do the feasting with the king, and then he said, "Well,
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
technically the king anymore, so I need to work on that." But you guys know
okay.
it's a working process.
Fair enough. I
Yeah,
take
yeah.
the L on that. Okay, I gotcha.
So what was that? That must have been Sir
Way over
Moist
years, I just
then.
don't
Or
Sir Moist,
something.
maybe it was Sir
Something
Moist
prompted
time.
that.
It was recent, yeah.
bother with it anymore. I threw away
It
all
was
the
a
It wasn't
rebranding
like some
turnaround,
random
I think.
choice he made, like he thought it'd be good for the business. It wasn't like that.
Oh,
I
think
know that.
It was well early in the year because it was when he was doing the I'll do the reacts, I'll do DSP versus the internet, I'll do an interview. It
Yeah, it was
during
part of that,
bit
like the
at
new
the start of the year. It was part of a rebranding
Yeah, that's
sort
true.
of thing. Yeah.
multiple prong plan. Yeah.
branding. But it's funny because they're razzing
Just
me
love
for it.
them.
I'm like, it's funny. So, anyway, anyone who is here today from Kino Casino, you're welcome. Just please abide by the rules. Be sure to check them out. Number one, please be respectful to everyone. It's fun to razz people, but please don't be harassing people. Don't be insulting people. Don't use really bad language. That's going to get us all in trouble here on
Is the substitute teacher.
YouTube.
Oh,
Please don't bring up.
That's the thing. He's so fucking desperate. He's so desperate that he knows what the audience is like, and he knows that the audience just shits on lolcows because that's what the Kino Casino show is about, is shitting on lolcows.
Uh-huh.
But he needs to beg them to stay because that's his last resort. Because nobody else gonna give a fuck about him aside from people that are ironically praising him.
Keep your
I also
hands
look-
inside the stream at all times. Go ahead, Steve.
I love that he goes like, if you're here from Kino Casino, you're welcome. Not like welcome to my stream.
No,
but,
no, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're
I've
welcome.
allowed you here. You're welcome.
Constant detractor content. I know that my detractors are out there and making fun.
Yes, similar. Okay, so you're speaking of Kino Casino here, or who are you talking about here? Detractor content.
Please don't bring.
Because the video you were watching was a Duty Streams video. I believe that's a detractor. I'm not sure, though. Duty Streams. I think he might be a detractor. I'm not
It
sure,
rings a
though.
bell.
Bring
Yeah.
up
Yeah, who's that?
constant detractor content. I know that my detractors are out there and making fun of me. I don't care. I don't need to
yes.
hear about what's the new thing Keemstar said about me today. I don't give two shits.
Okay.
That's not what we're here for.
Okay,
right?
yes.
And in reality, if you just are kind of respectful to everyone around,
bring
you'll
him.
never
He's
have a
suing
problem
me.
here in the chat. It's only people who come in here, they have agendas, they try to derail stuff, they don't listen
Yes.
to the rules, and they want to act up. Those are the people who get moderated.
spamming.
I'll be
Yeah.
honest, there's not much
No
moderation
spamming.
on this stream. Usually
Yes.
we don't have any moderators. Today we have a couple because it's a marathon. Usually we don't even have any moderators on here. All right? So welcome to any newcomers. I really appreciate you all coming by, and we'll talk, because several of you have super chatted. Thank you for that. Usually I do shout outs near the end of the show, but being that today is a special thing, I mean, we got all this
It
stuff
will
going on.
change the world. Everything has changed now. We got a few extra viewers.
I'll probably give a chance to just shout out earlier in the show.
Please, yeah.
All right, but so welcome to anyone from Kino Casino. In fact, if the guys come by, PPP or Andy today, they said they might actually come by when they're available to
I
chat
will
or whatever.
stop
I'm down
the
for that.
show.
This today is an ultra laid back stream. What I mean by
Ultra.
that is
All right,
this
okay.
time we're not doing that today. Today is just more like let's relax, let's sit back and have a good time with each other. We got a bunch of things we can do. Up the Marvel Rivals beta. I got
Okay, he's trying to talk up how awesome it is. The stream's going to be blah, 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 blah. Kino Casino interaction. Let's check that. Compliments. Okay, let's hear the shout outs from the Kino Casino guys real quick.
All right, so I think what we'll do, let's get to shout outs because so many people have contributed already. Just did a bunch. If we hit certain level of tips. All right.
Oh god, can you imagine him explaining the tips goals?
Did he?
The money. Pay for me.
No,
Yeah,
but it's
wait. Was he a little bit understated or did he do it full out? Let's hear.
Certain level of
It's
tips,
just a
I'll take a
silly
shot or
thing.
whatever. And things.
Oh, it's the
So thank you for that. That will obviously help things, but the goals are based on tips. If we hit certain level of tips, I'll take a shot or whatever, and that's literally no exaggeration. Like that's the money to pay for me to order out, so we can have a live meal today. So please consider
$100.
tipping if you like the content today. Okay. All right. Shout outs.
Were these all like positive, like Kino Casino? I didn't hear this.
Here we go. Wow. Hold on. Being a member, Chill Force, thank you for becoming a member. Cake, thank you for becoming Chill Force. They said, with regards to the casino, let's show the king some love. The house always wins. Thank you. What a.
So again, this is oddly like supporting Kino Casino through DSP in a way. You know what I mean? So like DSP makes out, but that's what they're doing.
What a like running shit. I really like their background, looking like slot machines and stuff. And Andy has that sign behind him. Dude, that thing's dope. And it like, it's like very.
He said it. He said it. I got it.
That's fucking dope.
And Andy has, because I haven't had a chance yet. I really like their background, looking like slot machines and stuff. And Andy has that sign behind him. Dude, that thing's dope. And it, like,
thing is dope.
It's like very. What like I said, like it's nice on the eye. Like you're watching a podcast and you see like a nice setup. Like
really cool, man. Yeah.
And they got shitty setups behind them.
And
it looks like shit.
Yeah,
and they get like a ridiculous amount of viewers. It's like, why do people watch this shit? It looks terrible.
Definitely.
You know? And now they have a really good setup.
You know,
God.
if it was anyone else whose dick he didn't want to suck, he would call it tacky and distracting.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. Why do you need all this shit?
Keemstar sitting there with all these slot machines behind him.
Why do you need all that shit? The focus should be on the streamer. That's what I've always said. That's what I always do. That's why I got what I do. Look what I'm doing. Little lights, pictures. That's all I do.
Compliment them.
I have a neon light behind me.
Their backgrounds and their theming is very nice.
Their theming, yes.
Green Deer.
All right, this is
with the super chat.
One more. And I'll move
Kino
on.
Casino sends its regards. Have a great summer party. Thank you, Green Deer. Most tasteless?
Critical.
Wow.
Most critical.
You confused me because half your letters are capital and half are lowercase. So I can't read. Most tasteless. In the super chat. I said, let's go, King. The casino has your back. Tell it like it is. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God.
Orbital Bacon.
He's confused.
With a $5 super chat.
His
Greetings from the
brain's
casino.
so good that he can beat puzzles in Riven fine, but he's confused by upper and lower cases.
Hang on a second here. What? You got upper? You got both, huh?
Let's get felted. Yeah, that's the other thing. So what does that mean? Because I wanted to ask them that yesterday.
Dude.
When they say get felted.
Come on, Grandpa.
Is that
Keep
kind of
up.
like their thing?
Keep
when
up.
Like they're saying, oh, you got Raz, or you got caught, or you got.
Stop
got
saying
Raz.
Raz.
That's what they're
Please
saying,
stop saying Raz.
right? Let's get felted.
What does that
Just
mean?
kill it now.
Like the felt
you know
of
what?
like a poker table.
You know what? Whenever he goes on their show and ends up hating them afterwards and call them misery brokers, he's gonna find out what felted actually means.
Oh, definitely. Wait, he's gonna pig explain felted right here.
Or
because
a blackjack
there's
table or a casino
there's
table.
two outcomes. Two outcomes. He's gonna pussy out and hate them, or he's gonna go on there and hate them eventually. He might not hate them at first.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna think, oh, we had a great time. We talked about what my favorite Street Fighter is. And then he's gonna realize they were all absolutely sarcastic the whole time, and then he's gonna get felted, or he's gonna be immediately getting felted.
All right, that's a good pull. Will Phil go on Kino Casino? Like, go on as a guest, right? So he's the main guest. Yes or no is the options.
Guys, it is going to play out like side scrollers. He's going to like turn on them the next day when he discovers that they're doing a stream after it where they talk about how much they razzed Phil and how much they taking the piss out of Phil and.
Like, you know what Kino
like,
Casino's doing? They have a good opportunity here to make a legendary stream, which is very rare. Like, they can be trying to pretend they're doing a real podcast while making fun of him the entire time. That takes a little bit of finesse, but I think they could do it, the whole time. Like, all right, so you got 4th place in Evo, and that is fucking incredible. I mean, I know some people said that, like, can you please tell us about that accomplishment? Because for me, you are the first in America. So tell me about that as the first person in America. Like, you could do that.
I have a very good example of when that actually happened, and it was when Cyrax went on the LOLcow podcast, because they were buttering him for half of it, and they were talking about, oh, so we heard you're a rapper, you're like very talented, dude. Are you gonna get signed to a label soon? And he started off that was a very entertaining podcast actually. He started off giving him shout outs, being like, oh, you guys, I've always wanted to be on this show, it's fantastic. And in the end, there's a timestamp towards the end where he said, you know what? Fuck the LOLcow podcast. You guys are fucking idiot.
Yeah. Like, that's like, you see, I mean, Cyrax is a special individual in many ways. that's the level it takes to give someone that much buttering up to them to not realize it's a joke. But Philip's on that level in this case, in this avenue. Like, yeah, good point. Yep. Hey, Philip, you've overcome your gambling addiction. Hey, I know you used to have a problem with a supercard. You played Champions, but now you don't play any of that. How'd you get over it? You know, most people can't drink when they're alcoholics. They have to cut it out completely to have a relapse. You manage to take shots during all your marathon streams. How do you do that? Like that, questions like that would be hilarious for us, but might be on the line enough for Philip to think they're like really talking about it, you know? But well, I don't know. We'll see. The longer it takes, the less chance it's going to happen. So it better be soon. That's what I'm going to say.
Phil,
yeah,
you started on YouTube in 2008. What's it like to innovate in the content creation field? Tell us about the early days of YouTube. What was it like in the helicopter company? Did you really work with Trump? Really?
Yeah. You masterfully, maneuvered your way around the, very, very intense online field of comedy. You're making jokes about race. You make jokes about African Americans, Asian people. How did you do that? How did you manage to just, dodge every mine in the minefield when you're saying these amazing jokes? Here's a few of them. Oh, look, I'm a black man. Here's a black coffee. I need a black coffee because I'm a black man. That was hilarious.
Do you really have a certification?
Oh, and I love this. When you saw an Asian person, you said pork fried rice. Genius. How do you think of that?
Right? Gotcha.
What do they say in China? Really?
Getting wrecked. Exactly. Okay.
Anything else, Phil? Okay, Grandpa, you done? Or all right, we're gonna go to that. We got to show.
Let's see here.
Hold on.
I got confused.
You can open up the chapters. The whole segment and just see it.
1,000 chapters. Oh God. That. Ubisoft apologizes to Japan. That was this week too. I opened up the whole level 1 podcast. Even though they didn't at all apologize to Japan, but okay. Anyways, let's see. Is there anything else worth watching here? We have
chapters.
Ordering barbecue, anticipation for the Yakuza show, casual stream atmosphere, technical stream setup, $100 tip, and viewer appreciation. Bonus bottle and tequila talk.
From there.
Oh, I gotta hear this.
We should mention
we run downstairs.
Yeah,
because he did get asked.
Oh, he did.
He did get asked recently, but yeah, let's do this first.
Yeah.
Grab the tequila. Be right back. Okay. I'm back.
Nice cut.
Also,
this is 2 shots.
Live cut.
Once, or I can just do 2 regular
you
shots.
Are coping.
You
are coping.
That I owe you guys. And here it is. And don't worry, I have more. This is just a little bottle that I had laying around a while ago.
Oh, God, yeah.
I was at.
Don't think this is it. I got more. Don't you worry.
Just have this laying around.
Yeah, this is just my bonus bottle.
Costco. It's from Costco.
This is the Ottoman bottle, where it's on the Ottoman. So after you take a long trek up the steps, quick bump, then you bring it back. Yeah, nice.
And
it's for hydration purposes.
Yeah, the refueling station.
They gave you this little mini bottle for free. That's what this was.
Oh, wow. Such a good customer.
Oh,
Sir Burdell, you've earned some rewards. Here is your free bottle of tequila. Oh, thank you very much, sir.
So now, you can't accuse me of it not being real. It's not even open. Look. Right? There you go.
Okay. Anyways. He does defend Derek. I know what you're saying. Someone in chat said defending Derek segment. Let me see if I can find that. I do want to go to the eating here, too. A little bit of the eating, just to show you the scene. We're not going to watch eating.
No, you're right. I hardly ever drink on stream or anything like that. It's very rare. It's like Christmas. I usually do it, and then every once in a while I do a marathon like this, and I'll do it. So it's a very rare thing.
Good Lord,
it looks so weird holding this up at 60 frames. Oh my God, it looks so weird. Does it 60 frames? It's so odd.
Are you serious right now?
My cat's gone mad.
What? Are you serious? Jasper runs into the window in the background. Wow!
The artist gods is the big thing about the game. He's talking about
Steve,
Marvel
stop!
Rivals.
I'm going crazy.
The characters have team-up moves. You can only do if 2 characters are on the same team. Oh, I didn't even understand that when I was looking at it last night. Quick.
All right, let's move on. We're not going through actual level 1 podcast here. We should go
put some in the docket.
Okay, let me see. So we got the food sections right here. You have the food. Oh, the food that was bought. So I guess we show that first. Here's the food that was actually bought. Of course, 2 people. What do you need? A feast for 2. Yes. Look at this monstrosity. Meerkat, I bet you wish you ordered this. Look at this.
Bro, that's why he thinks he's a family, because it's family size.
Yeah. It's actually family style. If you scroll a little bit down, that's it.
Oh, yeah. Family style. Hell yeah. Okay, so that's a $70 dinner right there. Big ups on that. And DoorDash, so that makes it $90 easily, as you know.
And the tip, that makes it 100. Let's round it up for a nice shot. I'm sure the delivery guy took a shot as well. He gave him some Cuervo.
So first, let's look at the
No
thumbnail.
tips.
This is, okay, you might think this is a tractor video. It is not. I am on DSP Reacts right now. That is
really?
the action. Yeah, oh, yes.
Really?
Look, DSP Reacts, boys.
Oh my god!
Oh!
This is not that. Oh, we got the Derek segment. Hold on,
Oh,
we'll
he's
go
got
back.
Derek doing it.
We got the Derek segment. Yeah, that's a Derek one for sure. But hold on, we got the Derek segment. So let me get. Oh, not that. This is what DSP's working with, though. Hold on. Let me let you guys know. You want to know where the money's going? Riptmas in July. Hell yeah! Santa Hogan, boys. This is what we're after. Big ups,
It blows
dudes.
my mind that these motherfuckers over at Scopely, the billion-dollar company, they had no more ideas. So they were like, you know what? We're gonna make fucking Christmas Hogan in July. Because, like, why make more skins when these fucking idiots, shout out to the idiots, by the way, as Mansoor would say.
Yeah,
shout out
thank
to
you,
the
Mansoor.
losers. These
Losers.
idiots are gonna pull it in July. It doesn't even fucking matter what time it is.
We don't even have to be clever. Let's just say Riptmas. Like, that doesn't even make sense. Who cares? Let's just say it. Riptmas in July. Hell yeah, boys. Shout outs to the losers, by the way. We do love the losers.
Did someone say Santa Hogan tokens, bro?
Oh, Philip, we're big fans. I'm just saying you're a loser. We're big fans, just like Mansoor.
Dude,
all right, here we go.
They should have had the MAGA Hogan. That would have been hot as
Oh, my
hell.
God. Can you imagine? That
Hell
would have
yeah.
sent their stock into the trillions.
The very moment
Let's start DSP.
that you do
politics.
anything off my stream,
Oh, here we go,
it's
here we go.
none of my business.
Okay, here we go.
Up, agree with me or not, and if you want to apply things that I say from my streams to your own life, that's up to you.
Okay, great.
But it's not my job to dictate to you what's wrong, what's right, and this is how you live your life, or else,
Okay.
right? It's
What do
not.
you mean,
in
bro?
fact, I will go as
This
far.
motherfucker tells everybody to stop watching Keemstar, and he's supposed to dictate who people watch, and he shit talks streamers all the time because they do this or they do that or they do something that he doesn't do, which makes it bad. And you shouldn't do that, and you shouldn't support them or watch them for various reasons. Straight up, this guy tells you not to support people that are already rich, just
Yes.
by principle that they're rich already.
By definition,
And
yes.
if you do, you're gullible.
Yes,
You're a
and you're an
gullible
idiot
idiot
mouth
who fell for
troller.
the marketing.
Yeah.
By the way, if you watch detractor content, you are a mouth troller, idiot, loser that has nothing going on in your life. But Kino Casino, you guys are awesome. I love your background. It's incredible, dude. I love that background. And you said that like thing felted. That's hilarious. I love it.
It's hard to say this.
Oh, sorry.
The moment, the very moment that you do anything off my stream, it's none of my business.
Okay.
The only business I have of knowing anything about you is what you do right here in my chat
Okay.
or on my stream. Okay? That's it.
Mhm.
I don't care about what you do outside of my streams. I get idiots who come in here and be like, did you know that this chatter's on a detractor chat right now? And I'm like, I don't care where they are. Why would I care where they are? They can do whatever they want when they're not on my stream. I only care about...
Dude. He scolded Only Iced Coffee for going on proper stream and having an interview. He had this whole segment being like, I don't know why you would do that, man.
He stopped the stream to say, tell me what's going on here. Why did you do that? Come on, man.
What was it? There was another thing going on, and Derek was in that stream, and he kept coming back and saying, "Hey, Phil, they're saying this in this chart."
Yeah.
It was
And
something
also,
recently as well.
Jordan talked to Duty, and that was a big problem. Yep, but okay, okay, cool.
How you behave in my place of business. That's it.
Place of
Everything
business.
else is up to you. And
Okay,
it's not
sweet.
my job to
Young girls,
stalk you,
boys.
micromanage
Young girls
you,
and playlists, no problem, boys. You got the consent here,
and
Philip.
find out what
All
you
right,
do
cool.
behind the scenes. Why?
Jeffrey
Yep.
Dahmer has been a respected member of this community. He's been very supportive.
It's cool.
What
Yeah,
he does
make it
outside
chill.
of this stream is none of my business.
None of our business,
Also,
boys.
would I ever,
yeah.
Jeffrey Epstein, a very honored member of the community. He supported a lot. He dropped a bunch of gifted memberships.
Thanks for the support, Elaine.
Or care about that, right? But people try to do this all the time. My detractors, notably, they stalk certain viewers, and they'll be like, I saw what you did on your social media. I saw what's on your LinkedIn. I saw the post you made 12 years ago on Facebook and this and that. It's like, listen, I get it. There's some people out there, sadly, there's stuff out there that a lot of us probably wouldn't agree with. And it's public, okay? But again, it's not my job to know about that shit, nor is it my job to concern myself with that. You understand?
Hold on.
So when I get people...
I understand. I understand. It's not his job to know about any of this. But once it's been brought to his attention aggressively for years, what some stream chatters might be doing on social media, shouldn't he do something about it? When it's actually become such a big issue that every time some stream chatter is in chat, people point out that some stream chatter does something in particular. Shouldn't he do something about it? When the community itself is excommunicating this particular stream chatter, shouldn't he do something about it?
And more than just that, remember, he lets Derek do shit for him. He lets Derek be a part of his content on the regular, right? It is not just this. It is not just this. And yo, good point, scientists. Kino Casino in June, they stalk people's social media, I guess, right? They get all their shit from social media too. It's not like anyone's doing any ops on Derek. They're looking at his YouTube profile and his Twitter profile. All 12 of them or whatever. But all right.
Yeah,
all
matter
right,
of fact, I'm pretty sure that Kino Casino uses Kiwi Farms as well to find out some clips and some information to make their show about.
Yeah, as everyone does. It's public. Why not?
Come on the stream and they're like, hey, how could you, right, allow this person in your chat?
Say his name, Philip. Say his name.
This and this and this. Like, wait. No. Here's your honest answer. No. I don't know what they did outside of my chat, and I don't care what they did outside of my chat.
However,
it's not
cool. That would make some sense if DSP wasn't following Derek on Twitter at a certain point in time, and then quickly unfollowed him once he found out what was going on over there.
Business. I'm not supposed to be stalking my viewers to know what they did on their private accounts.
Remember, he also said people were. Remember when Leanna made the post about the fake engagement ring? He said people were stalking then too. When Leanna posted it on Twitter, that's stalking.
Separate from my stream. That has nothing to do with me. Zero. The moment that I actually step outside of the realm of a content creator, and now I try to apply myself in other places of your personal lives, I've overstepped my boundaries. Now I've become a creeper. Now I've become a stalker. I've become the weirdo.
What does Minecraft have to do with this?
Business.
You can explode at any moment.
Yes, that's true.
What you do behind the scenes.
I've seen him do it. I don't want to see that again.
Right? Yeah. It's not my job. Nor should I hold people accountable.
Oh yeah, good point, Mario Faker. In that effort, in that context, then he stalked Kat. Because that's where he first met Kat, was on Twitter, and found her public posting about OBS. So yeah, quit stalking Kat, Philip.
Oh, you were in a detractor chat. Ban them now. No, I'm not going to do that. It's not my job to hold you accountable because you did something in your free time.
This is all Kino Casino fan scope.
Just behave when you're on my stream.
He does, but Derek doesn't even do that. Derek doesn't even do that. He spams every 10 seconds.
Yeah. That's all I care about.
And at one point, he posted as well, I guess we got a super chat. So shout out to the person that sent in just 1 second. Shout out Colbside Phil for the $2. Derek put porn search results in his chat once. Remember MILF's Take Miami 3?
Yep, great film. Love that film.
It wasn't even one. He watched the whole trilogy, bro.
He had to get the full context.
Yeah, but one is the best, to be fair. You should never have sequels. Anyway, like the point is, like, you take all these elements of community. You will tell people, hey, this is how it is in my community. If you don't like it, go away. I will moderate this community. I will be on top of them. I will know who everyone is. And I will know when they've been in say detractor chats. I will know when they're doing this, that, and the other. But I don't want to ban any. I don't want to have to actually do something about it. I don't want to have to be responsible for it. So when people come and complain to me about the conduct of my community members, I don't want to have to deal with that. So
all right, let's go.
So when you say, well, I don't understand this person, your detractors found out that this person did all these awful actions, heinous things. Where did they do that? They did it on their own social media. They did it in their own private accounts.
Yep,
That's
public.
their prerogative to do it. Now, I don't agree with that.
Okay,
I wish those people didn't do those things. But I'm not going to hold people accountable for that in my chat. And what happens is these detractor communities then
Kino Casino or other ones? Oh,
because they realize they can't get to me. I've been doing this for so long, and they tried everything, and I'm still here, and I'm still having a good time. I'm still making a living. Oh, we can't get to Phil. Let's now harass his viewers, right? Let's make certain people.
You just harassed us with that one.
All people are asking for is for fucking Derek, the guy that harasses women on social media to the point where they block him consistently and they complain about him in group chats, for him to get banned. That's all we're asking for. And it's not really a big ask.
No.
And then he comes back on another account to say, hey, can you unban my main account?
Yeah.
So they block that one as well. And then
by stalking them, finding out everything they do, reporting it everywhere in our content and everything, and acting like it's a big deal. So I'll have a normal streaming day. Someone who's a viewer of mine somehow was involved in drama. That's what my detractors talk about for the day.
Drama's a funny word for it, isn't it?
What does it have to do with me? Right? Nothing.
Your community?
At all. I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, I'm not even kidding you. With the stuff that people have said, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Right.
I don't care.
Why'd you unfollow Derek then, huh?
Want to know about it.
Yeah.
It's not my job to figure out that shit. You understand?
It is, it's your community.
To me,
you're a streamer.
The moment that I step outside of the realm of just a content creator, and if I get into that level of, I want to know about everything my viewers are doing behind the scenes,
not everything.
That's stalker stuff. That's misuse of my power as a public figure. I shouldn't be doing that.
That's that's the point of that. That's like your responsibility for that power.
Yeah, you have to take. If you have that power, you have to be responsible for it, right? But just ignoring it does not mean being responsible. But
ignoring it, if you're ignorant of what the guy does, I understand that. But we're at the point where we're actively defending this person, which I think is the problem. Even though he knows exactly, and I'm sure people send it to him, I'm sure he's seen it himself.
All
the types of shit that Derek does, and we're still actively defending him to the point where this clip is like, 3-4 minutes of just a straight up defense.
Yeah, there's like 3 minutes left. I'm kind of getting tired of it. We get the point.
It's creepy shit, in my opinion.
You get the point.
So that's why when people come to my stream and I don't understand why Phil has this guy, that guy on the stream. Because I don't even know what you're talking about. The stuff that you have issue with these people, I don't even know about, nor do I care. I don't want to know about it. All right?
I'm done with this. You get the point. What's up, Joe Dub says, that was the Bum Baron Corbin gimmick. Bum Baron Corbin gimmick.
Yeah.
Allow me to explain. There's a guy in the WWE whose name is Baron Corbin. He used to have a gimmick that he was broke as fuck and always miserable. And then they had a show in Vegas where they had the storyline where he won a bunch of money and then he became Happy Corbin.
Okay. Cool. Big up Jay Wusso says, if he's Mr. Feast, oh, Jesus. All right, this is from Jay Wusso, not me. If he's Mr. Feast, then Kat is Mrs.
Feast?
She's growing.
Mario Faker says, does he sound sick at all during this pre-stream? Well, he's building it up right now. The sickness is brewing. He's not down with the sickness yet fully. It's coming, though. Still working our way towards that sickness that's going to make us take off tomorrow. We're not there yet. Didn't know how many tips we have yet. Big ups GBRC says
associated with the sickness.
if he does not go on the show, one of his dents in here and told him he would look stupid because that being said, panel said it's a trap to make him look stupid. Yeah, I'm sure that's going to happen. But I mean,
but hold on,
monkey watching you.
I thought that the detractors, they twist the good things into bad things. So obviously him going on Kino Casino would be wonderful for him. And we're just coping and hating.
Yeah, we're hating. That's what we're doing, actually. Share that. That's what we're doing. We're coping and hating. We don't want you to go on there. Don't go in there, Philip. You'll get too much good press. That's what that's what we all think. Go ahead, Steve.
And we have no influence over him anyway, don't we?
Yeah. Well, so who cares?
Yeah. He knows us, doesn't he?
We really don't want you to get that much positive PR, Philip. Yeah. Don't go in that show.
And
stop.
And him going on that show would definitely not get us any kind of content whatsoever. We would be seething and crying.
We'd have to change the show. We'll change to Amber Lynn show or something. Oh, we have nothing else to talk about. DSP content's all done.
She's going through some interesting phases.
Pretty hype right now, right? You're kind of thinking about it.
Yeah. So she was apparently she was dating a feeder, an actual feeder that would have fed her you would have fed her until Kat looked like a slim person.
Yeah.
Just for perspective.
Kat would be like the
Fed it to
photoshopped.
death.
Yes. Fed her to death, above 1,040 pounds. Her former girlfriend got to and died. Obviously, it would happen eventually. And that was, how many months ago was that? 1 month?
Yeah,
No.
months ago.
2 months ago? No, 3 months ago. Her ex-girlfriend that she
Yes.
loved so much was dead. She was about to move in with Amber Lynn. Ever a chance to jump on the Amber Lynn lore train, guys? Now's your time to check into it. Because
we got the branding idea. Shout out to Ludwig. He says that being fed.
oh yeah, we're doing it.
We got
it's
it
confirmed.
No more group think now. Wednesdays is
Amber Lynn Wednesdays. People will love it. All right, Copeside Phil says he said looking at someone's tweet once is stalking. Yes, Copeside Phil. Like I said with that one with Leanna's tweets, he said that was stalking. Stop stalking my girlfriend's Twitter, okay? Following it. Okay, cool, dude. Really cool. Uckbuck the Black says, hello, fellow cool kids. That's what the start of the stream was. I know a lot of you from Kino Casino. Hello, cool kids. I am cool.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Movie
That
sign
being
says,
fed, which vest is weight loss best?
yes! Movie sign says the same guy who talks about how he was in the past while telling people once you're a clown, the makeup never comes off. Yes, he did say that as well. Big ups, movie sign. You're not wrong. PR Joe says, tis the summer season, brothers. Hell yeah. Scopely, they don't even need any creativity. Who cares about creativity? Ripped in July, brothers. Just get it. Who gives a fuck?
So can we give people the TJ Gamebox estimate?
Oh yeah,
on the thing. I got it
where
here.
is it?
I can read
Okay,
it
go ahead,
out, and
please.
anytime you find it, we
Okay, I
got.
got it.
So how much did he make on the event? He made around 400 in tips.
400, yeah.
Well, $369 is the estimate
And
for
then
the
you add in
Ripmas
tax,
event.
maybe? Bit of sales tax on top of
300,
that. And then-
yeah,
He doesn't
300
pay those.
Yeah, he doesn't pay
Oh,
those.
right.
Fuck that. $369 right there. Wow.
And then he took the
90th.
day off today. Because, dude, the Kino Casino guys, they're going to make him popular.
You've got to prepare, yeah.
There's more on the way.
Amazing. God damn, dude. It's not him, though. Someone's topping it. Very masterful ops going on right now. Someone's spending the exact amount they need. Brilliant op there. Whoever. Hopes I fill in the house again says, so when Derek gets arrested for being a PDF file, remember it's fine because it happened outside of the stream and Derek did nothing wrong. Yep. He'll be remembered.
Yeah.
Put some respect on his name. Right, Philip? He was always a positive member of your community, so I hope you give him some kind of, I don't know, a fucking tribute or something, right? He was such a positive member of your community.
Even made a tier list for you one day.
Oh, yeah,
It's
definitely.
contributed, yeah.
All right, we got to finish with this. We're not going to watch all of it, obviously. There is the subject of this has come up. And this is proven. This is his thumbnail from DSP Reacts. It doesn't seem like a Derek style one, but there we go. Let's get to when the food comes in.
Hello, everyone.
Just looking at like
and
the
welcome
feathering around that cut
that I have.
not
okay.
great. So
No. Here we go, guys. Next level.
Oh, by the way, we have confirmation the fire alarm has been ripped off.
Yes.
So if a
Yes.
fire breaks out, it's over.
Who needs it?
Mhm.
Who needs it, bitch?
well,
I
at
can
least now
smell
we
it.
can unbox in peace.
Look at that.
Is he doing that with the control? Like,
No,
What is so
no,
bright?
it's
Oh, you know
manual.
what it's
Didn't
looking
get
at? It's
up
looking at
to,
the
like-
ring light. That's why it looks so bright. Okay. So
the paper plates again.
here's the feast. Here it is.
Whoa!
You can see
Feast.
it. Look at that. And now I can actually
Phil,
eat it
those
over
are
there.
actual cutlery. You're gonna have to wash them.
Look at the LED
This
lights
is
curled
only-
up in the back.
This is only a feast if you're living in a homeless shelter or prison.
A prison, yeah.
This is the one, like, for homeless people on Thanksgiving, you pass out like a Thanksgiving style meal. This is exactly what it is.
You watch me eating, which is
$100.
obviously very different from what I used to do because this camera now moves. I have a brand new webcam that allows me to do this.
Oh
right?
my
How
God,
cool
yes.
is this?
Oh, please
So we
tip.
can try different
Yeah.
things.
Because you couldn't turn your camera down before, could you?
Let's see what we want to try first. Which meat? I haven't ever tried this fried chicken. This is from Famous Dave's, by the way.
Fried
I'm only
The
watching one
American
food. I'm only
barbecue
watching one
chain of
food.
Restaurants.
Here we go.
I've never tried their fried chicken. I think it's like brand new.
Yeah, definitely.
Yo, it's a
So I'm gonna try
plastic
the fried
spoon
chicken
too.
first.
Oh,
I don't know what it's
yeah.
called. It has a name, like Irma's Fried Chicken or something
Proper
like
knife
that. I
and
don't
fork,
know.
but-
We're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna see what it looks like, or what it tastes like, I should say. Okay.
Has he got like chips in
All
that
right.
bowl?
Yeah, that's
It
potato
looks like he's got,
wedges.
like potato chips.
Yeah.
Potato
Oh, the
wedges. The wedge.
In the corn.
In the corn, yeah.
Look at that.
He went
Crispy and hard.
Bugged camera mechanics. Watch this.
Look at that. Crispy, hard and crispy on the outside. Let's see.
Oh, devour.
Bro, this reminds me of like you're playing Elden Ring and you go into some kind of a dungeon and there's like a little disgusting ghoul that's feasting on somebody's corpse. It's the same shit.
Mmm. This juicy fried
Look
chicken.
at these 60
Yummy.
FPS. This is silky smooth.
Oh, devour. Devour.
Mmm. I really like that.
Oh, I really like that.
Mm.
Really like that.
Well, that attitude's not going to last, is it?
Mmm.
I can't get it.
That is full of flavor.
We're gonna have time for some really quick stuff. It's gonna take
Yeah,
like
yeah.
5 minutes at most, but it's
Yeah.
funny.
Okay, we can.
So
You've
we
got
gotta
like the Minecraft sound when you're eating in Minecraft.
yeah.
Sorry.
Somebody please make an edit of this, please. We're gonna send it to us. We're gonna upload it and get all the views, but we're gonna
Yes.
give you credit.
Yes. All right, go ahead, Meerkat. What's your next stop? On
Yes.
the track?
Well, we have a ginormous bag during one of the Street Fighter
Oh,
streams.
yes. That was a legendary one. We have to show that. This is one of the worst of the year for sure. Top 10. We might make tier list. We'll get Derek to make a tier list for us of this bags.
One
There
of
we
the
go.
biggest ones post Scorn. This is
Yes.
the closest we're gonna get to Scorn.
Post Scorn, this is definitely a legendary one.
For the super chat. Now, guys, listen. We're at the end of the stream. Please support the stream. At this point, I'm gonna be honest. I'm tired of saying it. All right, you guys know what my goals are. I actually had a really good night of Dolls in. All right, a really good night of Dolls in. If you like the Street Fighter stuff, please support it. Or what am I supposed to do? Not play Street Fighter as much? You guys said you were tired of Bison. I gave you a whole night of Dolls in good gameplay where I'm going back and forth with master people. Right? Please support the stream. This is the last chance because we're at the end now. We only have about another 10-15 minutes left, likely. Okay. All right.
So reasons you should tip are, I gave you some good Dalsim gameplay. If you like Street Fighter, you guys were begging for less Bison, so I gave you less Bison, and I was going back and forth with master level people. Please tip. Very
And
cool.
just let it play the last shout out because it's special.
Thank you to Page 5 for a super sticker of a wiener. Thanks for the super chat. Now, guys,
Sam, you got to get that one. Give me here it again. Let's play it one more time.
thank you to Page 5 for a super sticker of a wiener. Thanks for the super chat. Now,
Wiener. We got for the
Next up, real
wiener.
quick,
Yep.
we have Steve send us a video about how Phil conquered alcoholism.
Oh,
which is
this
special.
is very important. Yes, we do need a lot of people. Good.
Yeah. If you're struggling with alcoholism in chat,
This is some
then
good advice
This
here.
is for you. Mhm.
how did I beat alcoholism? Well, to be honest, after many, many years of me having this issue, it was really my gout. When I was diagnosed with gout, that I had to start changing my lifestyle. Because it was like, dude, I can't just eat whatever I want. Red meat, fatty meat. I can't just drink constantly. Look what's happening. You know, this was almost 10 years ago. I was diagnosed, and it's like, I'm only in my 30s, and I'm getting this horrendous condition. I already have back issues, and now I'm going to have these issues in my joints and stuff. Like, it was like, I have to make a change. So I started to make changes, but in honest reality, the big change happened when I met my wife. Because we decided we were going to start having a better lifestyle together, and so now I eat better. I don't drink nearly
Is that
as
why
much as I
she's
used
fat?
to.
Yeah. What happened to her?
You
That
know,
side of for her.
I put down on so much weight because I'm not doing unhealthy activities.
Okay.
And
What unhealthy activities? What? Sorry.
because I'm not doing unhealthy activities. And
What unhealthy activities were you doing?
it
You
really
didn't
is
do
just a
anything.
mindset change. Cutting stuff out of your diet that
Motocross.
you don't need. Oh, and so basically, after I got diagnosed with gout, and then when I met my wife and we started living together, we made this commitment: we're gonna eat better, we're gonna do better things, and so we have. And because of that, it's been great. You know, my health has improved dramatically since then. And also, to be honest, you know, why was I drinking so much back then? Because I was depressed all the time. Once my wife got better, once I met my wife, and now I have a great home life and everything.
So here, this is the one of contention that some people have sent me. What do you think this slip of the tongue meant? Okay, so listen to this one more time. He says something very peculiarly
Honest.
Peculiar. You know what I'm saying?
You know, why was I drinking so much back then? Because I was depressed all the time. Once my wife got better,
once my wife got better, right?
I think he means life.
I think that could be too. Yeah, I think I think wife is just a category though. So like Leanna was the first wife situation, and then Kat came and Kat's better, so my wife got better.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who's playing the role; it's just a role. So my wife got better, as in like my job got better. You know, I guess you could say same thing. You know, once my wife got better, it's fine. But yeah, I think you're right. It's probably life.
You know what they say. Upgrade the wife, upgrade the life. So he upgraded it.
Hell yeah. Yeah, brother.
Because I was depressed all the time. Once my wife got better, once I met my wife, and now I have a great home life and everything, I don't have to be depressed and drinking and stuff all the time. You know what I'm saying?
But he's still depressed, though.
Have to be.
Yes. I don't have to be doing that, though. I just pull Hogan's now. Who needs anything else?
But I thought he got the permanent debuff of depression that never goes away. And someday he can wake up and realize he got bills to pay and just be depressed again.
You know where that goes.
Well, it's fine to still have a drink here or there.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
That's fine, yeah.
Most alcoholics can do that. Every once in a while, just kick one back. You know, it's
all the
fine.
time, every night. I mean, when I was early YouTuber, you know, you're talking 10, 15 years ago, I literally would drink myself into a stupor and pass out on the couch every night. I would be, you know, all night, either playing games, uploading, drinking, doing dumb stuff. Like, there was absolutely no reason to be acting like that, but I was, because I didn't have a good time with my life. I was very sad and lonely and depressed, and once that, you know, changed for the better, I don't have the desire to do that stuff anymore, right?
Okay. All right, we do, I think we also, before we leave, that's the end of that one. Amazing. Beating alcoholism by gout, I guess.
Yeah. So you get gout, you stop being depressed, and you meet someone and get married. That's how you beat alcoholism.
Sounds like it.
So he was just abusing alcohol. He wasn't. He's not then. Now he probably is.
Beat alcoholism. Beat alcoholism.
Abusing it.
Beat alcoholism in one easy step. Just get gout. It's that simple.
Just get gout. Just get gout from drinking alcohol.
So I kind of want to play this.
Is it like rock, paper, scissors?
Maybe.
Alcohol beats gout.
Yeah. What? Depression beats alcoholism, but not gout. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the.
So this is when we know we're going to check out, because we already have $357. So we already know we're going to check out at this point, but we have to pretend to play the game here. Let's see. When does he cut it, though?
Oh my God, he's so cooked. Just look at his face.
Yeah. He's
so over.
Let me find you the best moment, because I was watching during one masterful area. Obviously, rage quit a lot. Where is it? He missed. Okay, you know regular Metroid. Okay, all my old style enjoyers will know
I thought
that.
It was the Mario one where it was
Mario
like
2, where he pushed that. That one's good too.
Yeah.
But in Metroid, you have to just go to the left and pick up the morph ball. It's that easy. That's what you have to do. He failed that 3 times in a row, which is just going to the left. Just walk left and pick up the ball. He failed that 3 times in a row. How are we going to get this exit, though? All right, here we go. Hopefully this is one of them. I'm not promising it's this one, though. He did get it in the end after 4 tries. There, he got it, but 3rd, he's still out. Okay, so that was too slow.
But hold on, wait. I thought this was about him falling asleep, because you can clearly see him falling asleep. Like he was nodding off and then woke up and shook himself.
Oh, you think so? Okay, let me go again here.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
go back like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah, look! He's falling asleep!
Here we go.
Yeah, literally.
Chinese order for a membership.
Here we go, boys. This is easy, right? Easy mode. Just pick up the morph ball. Let's fucking go. Come on. Shit. We'll get there in the end. Hang on. Shit.
Why is he?
He did that 3 times. All right, we're not going to show it all now. But he did that 3 times. He did that 3 times. All right, to close out today, let's do...
We got 2 more things.
2 more things? Okay, yeah, go ahead.
If we got time for it.
Okay, well, yeah, Jaha was... let's go about this. This is... So Jaha was brought up this week, and yeah, that's worth showing for sure. Jaha was brought up, which is very hype. I have to be restreaming that pre-stream, which I was very hyped to get a Jaha reference in current day. Doesn't happen very often. Here we go.
Jaha and others were talking shit about you on Twitter. Of course they were. Of course they were, right? Because that's the thing that, now is the time to jump on the bandwagon of hate, and finally I could get a moment of attention for myself. And it's like, what are you even talking about?
They always
right?
hated this guy.
Like here's the thing about Jaha, all right? Back in the day, he was known as the bully of the FGC. He was known as the guy who would talk shit, and then he would actually punk you in real life, and sometimes he got into altercations at tournaments.
Wait, hold on.
Okay?
Yeah,
so he would talk shit and then try and back it up?
Yes.
Wow, couldn't be Phil.
Yeah.
That was his mistake, though. Jaha was trying to back it up. Philip just talked shit, but didn't want to do the second part. God, that's the problem.
Yeah.
The reason that he was always in my face back then is because I was an asshole.
Yes.
I was a big mouth, braggadocious shithead. I said
Braggadocious.
So
and
he
did things
deserved
that
to
were
get
incredibly
bullied.
harmful.
Yes.
Because I thought it was helping the community with causing drama. In reality, a
very
lot of
odd.
people didn't like that, and he was one of the people who I feel rightfully was calling me out for it. Okay? So if you look in perspective of who I was back then, I actually don't feel like his hatred towards me was unwarranted at all. Looking back at it now, as a 42-year-old adult, I'm like, I was a complete idiot 20 years ago. I said and did dumbass things. I tried to cause problems for people. You know, I harassed people in the FGC. I was essentially a really bad troll. Okay?
Yes, correct.
So
you
Jaha
deserved it.
eating
Misery
on me
merchant, yep.
in the 2000s and wanting to beat my ass was pretty much well deserved.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
But I'm not
There
that
you go.
guy anymore. I've completely changed. I have nothing to do with that. I don't do that shit. If you look at me now, I'm literally the opposite of that. I don't go
But
after
he
and
literally
harass
did,
people.
though.
do you
We
mean?
talked about this earlier with the whole Keemstar thing. DSP is what is considered in present day to be a cry bully.
Yes.
A guy who tries to bully people, and the moment you clap back at him, he cries about it,
Yep.
and he turns into a victim,
Yep.
which is the worst kind of bullying.
The 2 options he has are cry about it or just pretend he didn't say anything and ignore it, because then he has no recourse or nothing to say back. So he's like, well,
I
anyways.
don't do online drama. I'm not that kind of person. I very well could be, because look at how many YouTubers are. And look how affluent they've gotten doing it, right?
But certain your new favorite 2 people in the world, Kino Casino, maybe.
They literally have livings, fucking hating on people, shitting on people, causing internet drama. I'm the opposite of that.
Okay,
correct?
definitely.
I don't do that. I want to stay away. I just want to stay here in my lane, make content for you guys, hang out and be chill. That's all I care about.
Big ups every viewer from Kino Casino. I love to see you here. Let me tell you a little bit about my stream.
I look back at my old self, the 20-year-old Phil, and I'm like, dude, that's someone who, in today, I would like to beat the shit out of that person. Because that person was an asshole, and I regret that very, very much. That's why I publicly...
Yep.
It's like fucking disgusting that Phil would want to go and beat up a depressed alcoholic like that.
Yeah. Why would you want to do that?
Apologized.
think you're
I
a changed man.
apologized to a few people behind the scenes for it, because I know that it was wrong.
You
when I
apologized
did
to
that.
Shady K,
Okay,
yes.
I publicly admit that.
Dude, he apologized after he was called out in front of thousands of people for not apologizing.
That's the only reason he apologized for anything at all. This is my favorite part of it.
And whenever he got called out, I'm sorry, I know we're going too long, but
No, it's
I need
okay.
to say this.
Please.
Whenever he got called out for this bullshit, initially his first response was to say that he can't find those people because they don't exist anymore.
Correct.
And then Craig was like, well, they still have, a public Twitter. You can just find that really quick. And then he was like, oh, yeah, you know what? You're right. I'm going to do that.
Didn't like Adam go and find it then? Well, didn't one of them go and say, hey, I'm looking at his Twitter right now. He's still around.
It always takes, he adds hurdles to make it like it's impossible to do because he doesn't really want to do it. And that's how you know someone really doesn't want to do anything. It's because you make fake excuses why you can't do it or why you don't understand it. How many times have we heard this?
One in
I can't do direct capture. I don't understand it. It's too hard. I don't know this. What are you talking about? That's going to delay my streams. Oh, you know.
The
Can't upgrade
modern
the camera because it means I have to buy a new PC because
new
I need
camera,
the processor and then I have to find the green screen and I can't give my wife a honeymoon anyway.
Yeah,
so, you know.
all that shit.
Yeah.
Also, very well said by a person in chat. I missed the message. But it was the only reason he mentioned Jade being in the hospital after an emergency surgery is because people called him out for initially giving him a bad shout out and saying it in passing. As if that
Absolutely.
guy is not a guy who watches him every single day.
And the only reason he said happy birthday. Well,
Yeah.
It's because Brian was there being in Jade's corner. Brian was Brian. The only reason Brian went back, and he admitted it right. Brian just straight up said that, by the way. The only reason he was playing again is to get Jade to play with Philip. That didn't happen either, but at least Philip says, you know, feel better, buddy. And that was it. And now Brian's done with it. Update on that, by the way. Philip said, well, now there's no real scheduled plan to do it, but, you know, it might happen again in the future. That's because Brian told him he's not doing it again, I'm sure. But
I was going to let Jade pick the colors and everything. It's
yep. Oh, yeah, I'm going to let Jade pick the colors. Way to treat him like an actual adult, Philip. Oh, cool, man.
To think that I am the same person from 20 years ago and to come out of the woodwork to crap on me and want to be involved. I mean, what? Right? You know, I can't fault Jaha for 20 years ago hating on me. I was a complete piece of shit. 100% agree there. Today, why would someone come out and be like, oh yeah, I remember 20 years ago that guy's an asshole. Let's crap on him now. Huh? Like, you're still on this 20 years later. This is what you're...
Like Jaha's like just every day talking about it, like he's on it still. Yeah, exactly.
It's so fucking stupid, this logic, because back then he was trash in a different way. And now he is trash in a different way. He no longer does some of the things he did back then, but he does all these different things.
Yep.
done with your life in the last 20 years.
So I hope we don't bring up fourth place at Evo anymore. That was more than 20 years ago. We can never bring that up anymore.
That
Tekken trophy.
Yeah. Oh, God. What does that mean? That's 20 years ago.
Something they did 20 years ago. More power to you, I guess. But it's kind of outdated. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of fucking weird.
Like that
Don't
shirt.
you think that's just a little odd that 20 years later, someone's like going to come out and crap on you for something you did that you're not representative of who you are today? You know what I mean? Like, huh?
The Jaws response was, yes, I've been waiting for 20 years to jump on the bandwagon and get attention. Y'all notice how he's still careful with his words? Yeah, he is pretty careful. He didn't want to say anything too mean, you know? Sir Ha.
I don't know if the clip has it, but like there's a bit where he says like nobody liked Jaha in the community and he doesn't like talk to people anymore. And it's like, do you remember when we had Jaha on the Density Scrolls?
Yep,
And he was like, oh yeah, I'm still cool with all these people.
Yeah.
Yep, and everyone
I
is.
still see him, still hang out with him. I'm cool
We
with him.
had him on with someone else on this podcast. Yeah.
And also he said, it's not in this clip though, but I'll tell you about it. He said, I don't know why Mike Klum wanted to talk with Jaha. I don't know why he wanted to talk to Jaha. That is unfathomably insane to not understand why Mike Klum wants to speak to Jaha. That's a part of the story he's trying to tell. Why would he not want to talk to Jaha and everyone else you interacted with? That's what a documentary does. And I really think that's why the Mike Klum documentary didn't happen, because Phil seemed shocked by that thought. Like, hold on a second, Mike. I thought you were on my team. Why you gotta talk to him? And then he talked to Gundam. Well, that was after his fail, but he knew that he reached out to Gundam on Twitter, and I think that is why the Mike Klum documentary didn't happen. Now, June didn't say any of that stuff, publicly at least, you know, but his thought has changed a little bit since, remember Mike Klum did that tweet about like the Kool-Aid girl, valedictorian. All of a sudden, he knows June's getting a little deeper than he expected, and now for this last 2 months or so, he's on this kind of Operation June propaganda or whatever to try to clear the name, because it's not going to be what Mike Klum was going to do. That was crazy. Holy shit, he's going to talk to Jaha? We can't do this. Yeah. We can't do this, Kat. Kat, can you say we can't do it so I'll tell everyone you said that? You know, that kind of thing. All right, to end the show, well, Philip got a little sick. Gonna end sadly, after getting $400 of donation money, the show had to be ended quickly, unfortunately. That's what happens. Philip's the only streamer where if you pay him more money, he'll give you less. So here we go.
Good evening, everyone. Phil here.
Oh, before we hear all this bullshit, live on, not on YouTube though, he said first, guys, I don't know if I can stream tomorrow. Not going to be a good idea, you know, my throat. Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to stream tomorrow, actually. Yeah, I'm definitely not streaming tomorrow. I'll see you on Monday, everybody. The switch happened in like 30 seconds, but here we go.
That's what I wanted to say real quick. Why I think this is a load of bullshit is anytime he thinks he's sick and he can't stream the next day, he waits until the next day to check if he's going to be sick enough to stream. Because this guy is very dedicated to his job. But this time, he got wailed the fuck out. And now, when he comes back tomorrow, he's going to have a reason to beg. Because him missing all the streams has negated the positivity from this stream that he got $400 on.
Yeah, guys, as you know, I can't miss 2 streams. I just can't do it. I already missed yesterday. So hope we can make up for that.
You know,
Cat's still sick.
As MT is pointing out in chat, this is exactly what he did when his Homefront The Revolution video got a shit ton of views on YouTube. He instantly went on vacation.
Huh? Why not? Got money. Awesome. Got money in the bank. Why not spend it?
Not just money in the bank. He got the idea of having more money on the way.
Yep.
Because if that video got big, if this stream was hype as fuck because the Kino guys sent a bunch of people to support him, then there's more money on the way. So there's nothing to worry about. I'm taking the day off. Let's party. And then he did, because he spent most of the money he made. He spent $369 approximately on the buff. What was it? Rhythmus in July event.
Yeah, Rhythmus in July. Don't forget it, brother. Rhythmus in July. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Also, as the clip goes on, pay attention for the sorry, boss, I can't come in today.
Yeah, as you can hear.
Quite ill, so you know.
As you can hear, my throat.
Shift.
My throat.
Wrap for what was Saturday, the 27th of July, 2024. A day that was my digital.
I'm sorry. First comment. Jin will do that, bro. And he approved
Summer
that.
party here on DSP Gaming. And a day that did not go according to plan.
I
woke up this morning with a very sore throat. My wife has been sick all week.
Yeah,
she had this earlier in the week, and now I've got it.
Yeah.
So,
usually her egg salad sandwiches are amazing, but the egg salad sandwich she made yesterday while she was sick wasn't that great, actually.
so I'm like, wow, isn't this great
Like
that
somebody ill touching food with their hands like fucking snot.
The woodland critters are asking where are we coming back with our food, but we're not sure yet.
This daily wrap is peak DSP performance. This is the theater of all theaters. First of all, it's only 2 minutes long to convince you that he is so sick he can't make a full-length daily wrap. Then we start off with a deep sigh and a sick voice. Oh my god, you guys.
Okay, sorry about that cat.
this just has to happen. On a day when I'm doing a marathon, I have a brand new webcam that's
and you know why
frames.
this happens? So he can convince you that he is so sick he can't stream tomorrow. So he can appear more believable.
He didn't get the new webcam immunity boost he was expecting. That's pretty hype, dude. Pretty cool.
Higher resolution.
Oh, higher resolution.
Everyone's expecting me to perform and do a great job today.
And
then this happens.
It happens.
First of all, thanks to anyone from the Kino Casino streams over on Kick.com who showed up to check out the streams today. A lot of people subscribed and actually supported the stream today, and I really, really appreciate that.
Thank you. Please come back.
That was very nice of them, and it seems like everyone had a good time.
Definitely had
what
a
did
good
we
time.
get done? Well, a very, very lengthy podcast, multiple games, including Marvel Rivals Beta, Street Fighter 6. So all that is recorded and will be uploaded.
It's so bullshit.
We didn't get around to anything else. No Tier Maker.
Anything else?
No Stardew Valley.
Look at his eyes.
No SNK vs. Capcom.
Gone.
And now my throat is completely swollen. I'm in a lot Valley. No SNK vs. Capcom. And now my throat is completely swollen. No
As you can,
Stardew
I don't know if you
Valley.
can see. It's very hard to see. A piece of dust flies by. Watch.
No SNK vs. Capcom.
See, there it was. Watch.
Tier Maker.
Right to left from his left shoulder. Watch his right shoulder.
No.
Here it comes. Piece of dust. This is how dusty we're dealing with. It's coming. Ready?
No.
Show it.
SNK
Show yourself.
Capcom.
There it is.
Oh, yeah.
It just went.
And now my throat is completely
If you
swollen.
didn't see it, rewind the stream. It's there.
I'm in a lot of pain. I had to end early. Like you don't normally.
You know what?
a marathon
I
will go
think
till like 8.
I think his throat is actually swollen for sucking Kino Casino's dick so hard.
Quite
That's gonna
large.
do it there.
Very large.
Feeling like
Girthy.
640. I had to stop. I can't talk. I'm really struggling right now just to do this daily rap.
Oh my god.
Okay,
It's
so-
tough. It's tough.
I hate to say it, I'm so bad off.
I love to
There's
say
no way
it.
I could stream tomorrow.
Yep.
So, tomorrow I'm gonna have to take off, try to get better, so I can talk by Monday.
Definitely.
So tomorrow, no React content, no streaming from me. I'm gonna try to stay in bed and get better.
Hey,
okay.
wait, last time he skipped the React content. He made a health update video where he was making people feel bad about him for being members and their videos being skipped. What's gonna happen this week?
Well,
Are we
this
just
week
gonna not mention it?
He's gonna do it on Monday, so they're still getting their content. That's the plan right now.
All right.
I apologize for this. Obviously, it wasn't planned. I want to be here for you guys. I don't like missing days because, you know, for me, a day of work is a day of income.
Oh yeah, there you
I'm
go.
gonna miss one now, and there's not much I can do.
I think
about
you'll
it.
find that's true for like everyone else.
Everyone on Earth, yeah. Okay.
A day of work
sick
is a
days.
day of income, yeah.
Well, most people get sick days, but yeah.
If he asks his wife, she's gonna agree to that because she's probably about to get fired, as it happened with all the other jobs.
But I hope you enjoy what I upload today. I'm not even gonna set up the streams or anything for tomorrow because there's no point. I feel
what
sick.
an angel.
So I'm just going to update all the dates and say, hey, everything's going to be on Monday. And tomorrow I'm just going to recover. Okay, everyone? I'm very sorry. I hope you enjoy what I do upload. I'm going to try to get better and come back on Monday for you to React content. Everyone, please have a good Sunday. Enjoy the stuff from today. I'll see you Monday. Peace out.
On that note, we will also tell you peace out, my friends. Hope you enjoyed this extra special Philip Sick special for you. That, as Steve said, TBS's TBS was today. Big ups, everybody. Our poll is very close. Will Phil go on Kino Casino? 52% say yes, 48% say no. We shall see how that runs. I think it's going to be
like 950 votes.
Yeah, votes. If it happens soon, I think yes. If it takes more than a week, it's over. So it better happen soon if it's going to happen. Steve, any final words for our lovely viewers out there?
I feel like I've watched like a drunk child come home at 3 a.m, make a mess downstairs in the kitchen and tell you they're going to clean it tomorrow. I'm just going to go to bed, Dad. Just leave it there. It'll be fine. We've had a long day. But I'm going to be ill in the Sorry, Dad. Yeah.
Amazing.
Didn't want to wake you and Mum up, but...
Great acting here, as usual, from Philip and Steve. Big up to Taylor Jennings, who says, if Derek does something wrong, I don't know. If I do know, I don't care. If I should care, it's not my responsibility. If it should be, I don't know. New narcissist chant there. There you go. Caring about Derek. Big ups. Iwamoto in the house says he plays better while he's half asleep. Crazy. Yes, he does play better when he's half asleep. He actually picked up the morph ball. That was very good play there. And CTC Jackie says, wasn't the guy from Kino Casino in the pre-stream from the guy got married, Tevin pre-stream? He was walking and playing a song about hating N-words and got his ass whooped afterwards. Was that him?
Well, he's talking about Andy Worski in the iconic "Stay Back" clip where he says, "Stay the fuck back."
Yeah.
Yes, that was him.
There you go. Big ups. All right, my friends. Meerkat, any announcements for the lovely viewers out there?
If you guys like that we went overtime and sacrificed our families and put our bodies on the line for your entertainment, please consider liking the stream or leaving us a 5-star review on streaming services. Thanks for watching. Today's docket was massive, and we managed to cover everything. So I hope you guys appreciate that.
You're all legends.
Are we a streaming group then?
Oh yeah, we're a streaming group, and we're cool, by the way. We're cool. Yeah, we're a streaming group, and we're cool. We're cool. And we'll see you on Monday. Who knows what's going to happen on Monday, but that'll be the React Day. We're all legends. We'll see you in the middle of the week for some style fun. And bye.
This one goes out to the one and only, the big cat, the fat cat. Big ups. I first saw you in Burger King. You took 2 seats 'cause that ass is way too big. Had a boyfriend, I realized, but you told him lies with your raccoon eyes. The DoorDash is here. Wipe away your tears. Got you extra fries, and they taste just right. Have no fear, there's no trolls here. Devin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Devin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Take you power walking on the beach, feasting on some sushi like you were the queen. Let me run some errands while you sleep. I can watch you play Skyrim all day this week. Have no fear, there's no trolls here. Devin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Devin made you cry with those raccoon eyes.
In reality, like I tell you guys, every day when I wake up, that's the best day of my life. I feel like this next day is awesome. I have a beautiful wife who I love so much. She loves me, and a family with Jasper, and you know the things we get to do together. You know, I definitely want more time with them and more family time. But I absolutely love my life today compared to how it used to be. Seriously, all those years back then, you'd be like, it's a whirlwind of crap. It was me. And by the way, I've told you guys about my past. I used to drink way too much. I would be drinking constantly, all the time, because I was so stressed out. Honestly, when I started with this whole thing, I was depressed many years ago, a decade ago. I didn't like my life or anything. And basically, liquor was the way to kind of get through that. You know, it was, I hate my life. I hate who I am. So let me just drink it all away and just keep pumping out fucking YouTube videos. I don't have to do that shit anymore. You know, like I'm happy with who I am. I actually don't think clicking like on a live stream helps at all. So it really doesn't matter if this stream gets 100 likes or 2. I don't think it affects it.
I can't believe you actually drank it. That was my piss.